Okay, this is the GME Safe Space live stream. So I don't normally focus on GameStop, so it's going to be a little different for me. But, you know, still the same old familiar type of nonsense. So I thought maybe, you know, just get our bearings here with GameStop earnings. I mean, of course, I've seen them, but let's see what Stimulate and Trade has to say about the GameStop earnings, and then we'll...
Hey guys. All content discussed is due diligence gathered with aim at better understanding the nature of the current market in anticipation of the greatest squeeze in financial history. Let's dive in. GameStop had some pretty good news today.
You know, I'm gonna get rid
More
of the,
important and surprising than their earning reports was the announcement of a partnership between the video game retailer and the cryptocurrency exchange FTX.
The safe space.
This is another important move by GameStop that shows their commitment to their strategy to shift to non-fungible tokens.
There we go.
Earnings were mixed, with net sales falling 4%
close to democracy as I come
to $1.14 billion in the 3 months ending in July 30th.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back because I was talking over all that shit.
Had some pretty good news today.
Why would you?
More important and surprising than their.
Why would you just talk about the numbers and not display them on screen?
Earning
How
reports
amateur.
Was the announcement of a partnership between the video game retailer and the cryptocurrency exchange FTX. This is another important move by GameStop that shows their commitment to their strategy to shift to non-fungible tokens. Earnings were mixed, with net sales falling 4% to $1.14 billion in the 3 months ending in July 30th. Analysts were forecasting net sales to be $1.28 billion. The loss per share was 36 cents compared with the average estimate of 34 cents. GameStop said it will collaborate with FTX on new e-commerce and online marketing initiatives, and announced they will begin carrying FTX gift cards in select stores. Though the financial terms of this partnership were not publicly disclosed, GameStop enjoyed a nice little run in the aftermarket, running about 13%. But to me,
Oh, great. Let's see, where did it end up? Oh, it actually ended up at 26. Well, okay, here's the thing. The price was, I mean, it's basically splitting the difference between last, let's see, Friday and Monday. Monday. So the price is right in between. It was lower today, then it jumped up here. Yeah, we'll see tomorrow, but. Oops.
Hey guys, it's Jackson Hunter. Welcome back.
Whoops.
The most important announcement in this earnings was that GameStop disclosed that as of July 30th, 71.3 million shares of their class of common stock were directly registered with their transfer agent. The previous reported DRS count was around 590.8 million registered shares. This was really bullish to see, as I believe registering shares in ComputerShare will significantly help the price become more volatile as the shares cannot be manipulated by corrupt brokerage firms. So overall, there was no growth in sales, which sucks, but if you have common sense, you would know as the video game marketplace shifts more towards digital downloads. The good news is that we did see a reduction.
As it shifts more towards digital downloads, hello, this kid's probably 10 years, 15 years younger than I am. And I know that this shit has already transitioned to digital, quote unquote, digital downloads. That sounds like something Shart the Vix would say. Digital downloads, a boatload of fun. No, it is digital downloads. No, I mean, like transitioning to, shifting to, no. Like their software sales were shit. We'll get to that. I got the earnings reports here, but
reductions in costs compared to the second quarter of last year.
Oh, yes, of course, they reduced their costs. You know what that means. You know what that means, right? They laid off workers. Yeah. They like to use fucking euphemisms out the yin-yang in these fucking financial statements, earnings reports. It's basically bullshit. All the language.
As of right now, they have $900 million.
That's why they talk about revenue and not gross profit or profit margin. They talk about revenue. Who cares about revenue?
Cash with zero debt and around $765 million in inventory as well.
They will.
What this tells me is
they will say anything to their audience to say it's bullish. That's absolutely true. And, you know, he just mentioned here.
Around 760. As of right now, they have $900 million in cash with zero debt and around $765 million in inventory as well. What this tells.
So they have almost as much inventory as they have cash on hand. They say it's because, oh, well, we stocked up because we wanted to make sure we could serve our customers with the supply chain, yada, yada, yada. Okay, well, again, that's more bullshit because if you actually were doing planning, proper planning and forecasting, you would know that consumers are feeling these inflationary pressures. They're not going to come and buy fucking collectibles at your stupid store. They're not. So why would you have more inventory? No, they have more inventory because they fucking didn't sell anything. Period. That's why they have more inventory. This is garbage. It's garbage to say what he's probably going to say. What they said in the release. I mean, it's just like the people that are going around saying this shit, parroting it. I don't think they have any business experience whatsoever. They have no common sense when it comes to this stuff. Anyway, ranty, yes. I'm channeling my inner Marantz rants, if you didn't know. So, and this one is dedicated to, you know, basically shitting on GameStop. So, anyway. And I just woke up.
That GameStop is relatively strong, will be able to stick around for way longer than the corporate media would like for you to believe. I think the company would make great strides if it grows its e-commerce selling PC parts and other gaming-related equipment.
Nope. Nope. Nobody's going to buy fucking PC parts at GameStop. They're not. You can't even go into a GameStop and buy a PlayStation controller. They don't have that shit in stock.
No, crypto markets have been getting slammed and that their NFT marketplace has suffered greatly because of it. We will see how things develop, but one thing is clear right now. GameStop isn't going anywhere. They beat EPS by 8% and that's amazing.
No, it's not really that amazing because we'll get into the earnings statement.
For us investing in this company, for the technicality of a squeeze, grifters. The DRS number of shares was extremely bullish and as hedge funds and banks
he's repeating himself. Now we're talking about DRS again. As if that was such a fucking wonderful thing for this stock. Yeah, DRS, it'll make your stock do this. Yeah, that's a great fucking advertisement. It'll make your stock literally do that. Lock down the float, guys. This is what happens when you do that. What a bunch of clowns. Seriously.
The quicker we will own the float. Will be interesting how the media twists all these things into a negative. Obviously, it's nothing to brag about.
It's not interesting how you've twisted these things into a positive. Okay? That's really that's really what's happening here. To state the facts would come across as negative if you have a bullish bias, which obviously these people do. So, I mean, the whole notion of positive, negative, spin, connotation, bias, they have no place to talk about. I mean, I'm sorry. They have no place.
For Moas. But it certainly is not even close to being evidence of bankruptcy as the corporate media shills on a daily basis. I'm not leaving and I'm never going to sell. I will rather die holding my investment to my grave than ever pressing that sell button and having to live knowing I paper-handed on this. Now, let's talk about economics, because yesterday I promised you big content related to China and we have some pretty important events to discuss. When we think of China, we think about their exportation, because everything is made in China. Their means of productivity have been the engine that has elevated their economy to be what it is today. So we must wonder, what exactly happens when exportation begins to sputter and decay in China? Well, you get exactly where we are today, because reports show that their exports significantly missed expectations in August. The country's trade surplus began to shrink as the demand overseas flattened. Exports only rose 7.1% last month compared with the same period last year, which is almost half of the consensus expectations, which were set at 13% increase and down from the 18% growth in July. China's trade balance was expected to be $92.7 billion after reaching a record high of $101.3 billion in July, but only came in at $79.4 billion, a drastic change. Looking through other economic indicators of Chinese performance demonstrate that their trades are being hammered by a serious...
You can't, first of all, combine the fact that it's a fucking computerized voice. So it's already unnatural. Combined with the fact that we can't see these numbers. Give me a fucking break. All right. It's just like ridiculous. How many views does this have? Over 2,500 views. Right. GME will never be the same again. What does that mean? I mean, I agree with that. We will be rich. How are you so enlightened? Jeannie Lovejoy said. Oh my God. We're done for LOL. Damn. Zero debt. Heard elsewhere they still had the French loan and it was confirmed during today's call. Yeah, it was in the fucking statement. It's only a $47.5 million low interest loan, guys. They have over $900 million on cash on hand. The loan is a non-issue. It was because of COVID that they are paying down the loan. I don't know how much is left to pay off because I'm diamond nuts, but I know it's a non-issue. What are these people all like 13 fucking years old? Seriously. I don't want to hear his real voice. He sounds like a girl. You know, that's what I hear. Last year, somebody told me, and Model 3 dude, hello. Somebody told me, oh God, they actually used his real voice one time, and I couldn't find it. I looked for the video. I couldn't find it. Well, what they told me was, hey, Scotty, he actually used his voice once, and his followers told him to go back to the computer voice. It's ridiculous. Excuse me. That is ridiculous. I never could find the video. If anybody knows of it, I would like to watch it sometime. But yeah, God. Let me see here. Yeah, there we go. Oh, well, almost. There we go. There we go. Almost. There we go. Okay. I mean, not that I need that shown. That is exactly what happened. Yeah, see, I wish that you don't know the video, do you? I mean, it's okay, whatever. Never mind. Damn. Let's see, there we go. There we go. That's better. So anyway, yeah, $47.5 million. It's nothing. It's non-issue. But, you know, these clowns, if they said that about AMC, and not that I'm defending AMC. Don't get me wrong. I'm not defending AMC. I'm just looking for equity between AMC and GameStop in terms of how irrational this shit is. So when Marantz Rants sits there and bashes AMC and AMC apes, which, in all honesty, you know, that's not what my channel focuses on at all. But a case could be made that would be appropriate. However, when you are a GameStop purist and you're like a middle-aged dude, like older than me, and you're wearing GameStop shirts and saying all this bullshit about GameStop, can't stop, won't stop, like you're going to, I mean, dude, read the fucking financial statement. Like, let's come back down to earth here. So if you're gonna bash AMC, you're gonna have to bash GameStop. No, we don't bash at all. We don't really. Well, I take that back. What we do, we bash the grifters. It's all about the grifters. So low key, this whole video is really about Morant's rants, and how silly being a GameStop purist is, while having this holier than thou attitude about AMC. So it's pretty silly. It's dumb, actually. If Ape was 100% delivered through computer share, how is it still being manipulated? I mean, at least it would appear to be. Well, appearances can be deceiving, can't they? Especially when you don't know what you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. So you have no clue. You have no bearing whatsoever. You have no cardinal direction to even go in, except crime, manipulation, illegal, naked shorting, synthetic shares. That's it. But like that's you might as well read a Dr. Seuss book. Seriously. But I'm not even going to entertain the rest of this stupid video. Okay, so GameStop net sales were. Why do they have it? It's like they don't want. I don't know why they have it in this font combination here, color combination. It's don't really care for it. Okay, so net sales 1.136 billion versus 1.183 billion for the prior year's second quarter. So already, right off the bat, you know, I feel beyond the fonts, which whatever. Let's compare Let's compare the second quarter of this year to the second quarter of last year, and that'll be the first point. It'll be the first bullet point. That's what you're leading off with. Okay, yeah, this is a joke. It's a fucking joke. Sig C says GME is a fluke company that's going to go bankrupt when the market crash happens. I don't feel sorry for none of them. You know what? Neither do I. In fact, it's going to be entertaining as hell to watch these fucking people, children, squirm and flop around like fish out of water when that happens. It will be. It will be entertaining. It will be satisfying. It will make this, whatever, a year and a half, 2 years on YouTube. Finally, you know, there'll be something like, oh, wow, look at this. Because at this point, it's all the same shit every fucking day. All the same shit every day, despite the fact that, oh, you DRS'd your shares. If you want your stock to do this, what the white line is indicating, okay? You hear this, Morantz? If you want your stock to do this, here's what you do. It's called DRS. This is what DRS does to a stock. So congratulations. You made the stock go down. Okay. But I agree with you. I don't feel sorry for them. And it probably will go bankrupt. I don't even think it's dependent on a market crash. I think it's completely divorced from that. Like, you're talking about a company that had entire shifts of workers walk out during their shift and say, you know what, we're done. No thanks. And leave the store because it was so bad. So, you know, and that was way before, that was like months ago. That was early this year. So fuck them. Deserve to lose it all. Sales attributable to collectibles, which is a segment the company intends to grow over the long term, were $223.2 million for the quarter, compared with the $177.2 million in the prior year's second quarter. So, second quarter of 2011. So that's higher. Good. That's higher. Awesome. Collectibles. Sweet. Selling General and administrative expenses were $387.5 million for the quarter, representing a sequential decline of 14.3% from the first quarter of 2022, and reflecting in part the company's focus on right-sizing costs following a period of significant investment in long-term initiatives. Okay, so this one gets compared to the first quarter of 2022, not the first quarter, the second quarter of last year. Inventory, here we go. Inventory was $734.8 million at the close of the quarter, compared to $596.4 million at the close of the prior year's second quarter, reflecting the company's focus on maintaining adequate in-stock levels to meet customer demand and offset lingering supply chain headwinds. So the interesting thing about this statement, I mean, we have to go down further in the statement to see this, but, you know, yeah, you have, you know, a substantial amount more inventory at the end of the second quarter, reflecting the company's focus on maintaining adequate in-stock levels. No. No. When we get to the sales numbers and even the revenue itself, that pretty much debunks that. That's bullshit. Reflecting the company's focus on maintaining adequate in-stock levels of all your favorite collectibles. Because what are you going to sell, Precious fucking Moments next? I mean, they probably do better selling Precious Moments and Cabbage Patch Kids dolls and knickknacks. Anyway, bring the baby boomer crowd in. You know, bring the boomer women in. They buy that stuff. Followed the launch of the company's digital wallet by launching the company's non-fungible token marketplace to allow gamers, creators, collectors, and others to buy, sell, and trade NFTs. Okay. Not a single number in there. Modernized and strengthened the company's systems through the implementation of SAP. So what the fuck did they use before? What did they use before? Google Sheets? Google Workspace? That is surprising to me, that they are just now implementing like an ERP program. Maybe they had one before. Maybe they had some kind of system. I mean, I'm sure they had to have. I don't know. Ended the period with cash and cash equivalents of $908.9 million, as well as no debt other than a low interest unsecured term loan associated with the French government's response to COVID-19. So it's because of the French and COVID. It's low interest, unsecured term, response to COVID. You know, don't worry about it. It's a non-issue. You know, what the fuck? Let's see. I don't know if this is actually the ape father here. I don't know. I don't know if I believe that. But if it is, hey, welcome. NFTs. Yeah, no. Don't show your underage daughter more because some guy. I mean, hey, whatever. Do you? Okay. A webcast with management. That was what already happened. Okay. So let me get down here to this. Okay. So this is more of this nonsense here. Okay, so we have 13 weeks ended July 30th of this year. Then we have 13 weeks ended July 31st of last year. Okay, so if we want to see actually last quarter, then we have to go to the previous filing, which I have right here. So this is from June 1st. And if you scroll down, here it is, 13 weeks ended April 30th. So that would be their first quarter, right? Yeah. Yes. Yeah. So, okay. So net sales, let's just skip straight to gross profit. I mean, who gives a fuck about anything else? How much money did you make? Okay. Gross profit, 282.2. Last quarter, 298.5. Okay, and I'm going to color code these. So let's look at the one we just did. 282.2. That's lower, so we'll put it in red. And 298.5 is higher, so we'll put it in green. See what I did there? So gross profit is less. And actually, if you go back to last 2021's, man, I need more colors. 320, so that's last year's second quarter. 320, and last year's first quarter was 330. So they actually did better in the first quarter of 2021 and the second quarter of 2021 than they did in the first quarter and second quarter of 2022. That is kind of surprising, but anyway. Yeah. Why don't you take a hike? Here we go. I mean, the real ape father is welcome. Obviously, everybody's welcome. But yeah. They may be fudged a little. The numbers may be fudged. I mean, yeah, they could be. I mean, who knows? But anyway, we'll work with what they got here. So, selling, general, and administrative expenses. I'm not going to go through every line, but 387. Last quarter was 452. So they did decrease it, but I mean also they laid off what? How many? I don't remember. So then we get the operating loss, 107.8, and these are millions, by the way. I don't know if I said that. So 107.8 here. Last quarter, 153.7. So hey, the loss is getting smaller. That's good, right? So that's bigger. So that's green, although maybe it's worse, so it should be red. I don't know. Whatever. 107.8. So that's less. But also more than last second quarter. So following this thing like chronologically, it was 40, and the cat's trying to get on the thing, 40, 58, right? This is second quarter. Then back to first quarter. So 40, 58, 153, and then down to 107. So kind of visualize that. It got worse, and then it got really worse, and then it got a little bit better. Again, goddamn cat is tangled up in my cord here. Get out of here. Ah! Go away. I love you, but get out of here. Okay. So that's pretty bad. And also, comparing last year to this year, you know, it's an 80% increase in operating loss. So, well, thaw, this is not a space call, okay? This is a live stream on YouTube. So, I don't know what you're talking about. Space call. It's not a space call. It doesn't matter, though. Because obviously, I'll tell you what. I should have known putting GameStop was going to bring out all these retards. Because they are dumber than AMC apes. Bar none. They are. But, you know, you all you non-subscriber Motherfuckers can literally suck it. There you go. Have fun with that. Have fun with that. Fun with that. This is a throwaway one, so I don't care. I don't normally care anyway. It's never been about views or subscribers or anything like that. It's just about bringing awareness to the lies that are told on a daily basis about this shit. So, whatever. Let's see. Actually, Model 3 dude timed him out. Okay. All right. Okay, so operating loss. Let's see. So then we have net loss, whatever. Let's go. So loss per share is 36 cents. Last quarter it was 208. So that's better. Negative 208 down to negative 36. Hey, that's good. Sweet. Let's see. But you had $2.08. You only had 75 million shares. Right? Now it's only 36 cents, but there are 304 million shares. So is it really better? Well, they can say the loss per share is a lower number, but more of that bullshit charlatanry or just misleading shit. I don't even know what he said. It's not him. And if it is, then he can come into, well, anyway, I don't even care if it is. Fuck him. Those guys are clowns. You see what I'm saying? 36 cents earnings loss per share on 304 million shares. Last year it was 208 on 75 million shares. So it ain't really any better. Okay. We're looking at 24.8% gross profit. Last quarter, $21.7. So it's a little higher. Yay. Last year it was 25 and 27. So it's still lower, obviously, inflation, yada, yada, yada. Administrative expenses. So this is interesting. The selling, general, and administrative expenses figure itself, the actual dollar amount is down, 387. And they made a big deal out of that in their little narrative up there. The number is down. However, if you look at the percentage, it's actually higher than it was last year. So that's interesting. I don't know how that works, but it does. And you can see here also somehow the cost of sales is lower this quarter than last quarter. I don't get that. What did Antoinette say? These numbers are cooked. Okay, so net loss 9.6%, as opposed to 11.5% last quarter. So again, it's a little better, but I mean, better is not necessarily good. But they have so much cash on hand. They're a growth company. Where's Bad Back anyway? Shit. GameStop is a growth company, but they actually have to grow. And ideally, it would be like from a positive number to a higher positive number, not from a negative number to a less low negative number. Anyway, so gross profit was 580. We already looked at that, right? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Balance sheets, whatever. Cash on hand, 908 million. So last quarter they started with a 1.035 bill, and they ended. Where is it? The cash flows here. Yeah, there it is. So actually, I misspoke. They started quarter one with 1.3 billion, and they ended with 1.03 billion. They started quarter two with 1.083. Is that number? Yeah, that's the same number, 1.0836. At least those numbers match. And they went down to 957. So, and you can see that's a decrease right there, 126. Last quarter's decrease was 236. So they used less cash, but they also have fewer employees. They're making less sales. Okay. Okay. Restricted cash. Okay, don't care about that. Here's the sales. Hardware. Hardware and accessories, 52.5%. Software, 27.9%. Collectibles, 19.6%. Okay. Last quarter, the sales mix. God damn it. There it is. Why does the sales mix look so much more complicated this quarter? Hardware was 48. Software was 35. Collectibles was 16. So hardware is up a little bit. Software's down. Collectibles up. Okay. From last quarter to this quarter. Cool. So less hardware, more software. Or, I'm sorry. More hardware, less software, more collectibles. Great. And then for the half year, that's why there's more in the sales mix here. We've got the first 2 quarters here. So hardware is down from last year's first half. So is software. So is collectibles. I mean, how is that even? They still add up to 100. That is lower than that. That is lower than that. Oh, this is higher than that. Okay, so collectibles. Collectibles is the only place where the shit actually is growing. Cool. And they don't define collectibles. So what is that, like Pokemon plush stuffed animals or something? I don't know. Okay, and then there's Schedule 2 with the adjusted, all that crap. Don't care. So all in all, like, not really a good, very solid earnings that I can see. Yeah, you missed a fake ape father, a fake John Wick sniping. You know. Well, and that's the joke. That's the joke, Lynn, because Marantz Rant's safe spaces, he just sits there and trashes the AMC apes and you know, insinuates that GameStop is somehow different or better. So the idea is that's stupid. That's literally stupid. Especially if you're a middle-aged man wearing a GameStop shirt, sitting there saying stuff like, "See you later, millionaires." What a clown. Now, like I said before, don't get me wrong, I'm not defending AMC apes. They probably do deserve to get called out. That's not what I do. That's not what we do here. But to call them out and to also have yourself on this stupid fucking pedestal, this narcissistic fucking display of GameStop elitism is one of the dumbest things I think that could ever be done in this scenario, to be honest. Like, that is dumb. And he's such an asshole too. So anyway, I hope he's watching. Are you watching? Son of a bitch. Okay, I guess not. Well, I have non-subscribers blocked anyway, so okay. So the earnings, that's the numbers in the earnings. I know we went through it. Nobody really cares, but let's see another misrepresentation. Oh, Teresa Perrin. She obviously didn't learn anything from watching our channel, or she never did, or she deleted my comment that I left on her dumbass video. GameStop shorts are fucked. Oh, okay. Let's see.
Hi everyone, and welcome back. Those of you new to the channel, I'm Teresa Perrin, and today I want to discuss with you GME. Guys, they had earnings and they blew it away, thankfully.
What?
So things are looking on the upside.
What are you talking about? They blew it away? I mean, maybe if you're talking about the dumbass analyst expectations, which are bullshit. Bullshit. I mean, not just in this case. They're generally bullshit. In fact, I think it was on, I forget what platform it was on. It said basically, there's not enough analyst opinions to give an analyst expectation. So there's that. So it's probably like, you know, the Motley Fool, or what you call it, the street, or whatever the fuck. No, Sig, your comments are not blocked because you're a subscriber. See what it says? It says Scott Allen turned on subscribers only mode. So you have to be a subscriber for 58 minutes or longer. And this live stream will go probably about 57 minutes or so, I think, on this one. So that'll work out just perfectly. Although we've already been live for 43 fucking minutes. How is that possible? Where does the time go? It just gets sucked into a black hole. Okay. Just wanted to see his perspective on the Lou video. All right, well, we'll get to that. But I can tell you right now, it's nonsense. These people will say anything. They will. They will. They will. And, you know, I doubt that anybody will be held to any consequence for this shit. But, you know, I mean, it is ridiculous. And everybody, I feel like people know it at this. They have to know. They have to know that this lady is fucking lying to them. They have to know that Matt Stoner at Finance fucking quote-unquote news is a moron. And every one of their videos is clickbait with a clickbait title, egregious clickbait. It's nonsense. None of it's true. Everybody has to know that by now. They just choose not to believe it. I don't know. I mean, maybe they are that stupid. 56 minutes. Yeah, Trump world. It is. And you got somebody like Al from Boston who claims to be a fucking lawyer. I mean, maybe you can pull the wool over the fucking eyes of people like this lady and your run-of-the-mill fucking goddamn meme stock gamblers, okay? Maybe they would be fooled by that. But I'm sorry. No. Absolutely not. There is no fucking way. None. All you have to do is listen to him. All you have to do is listen to him and know a little bit. That's where these people fall short. Anyway, yeah, I don't always look at the chat. The window gets pushed behind other windows, and you know, I'm just a part-time wannabe YouTuber, so I only have one screen, so I don't always see everything. Don't take it personally if I don't. But if you like she said, it puts it in orange, and I'll see it. So, Lord, welcome. Listen to this. Listen to this, Lord. My Lord, listen to this.
Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Those of you new to the channel, I'm Teresa Perrin, and today I want to discuss with you GME. Guys, they had earnings and they blew it away, thankfully. So,
no, I'm not muted. I just don't know what to say. They blew it away. No, she's not new. She put out some stuff. I busted her, I don't know, a few weeks back, a couple months ago, I don't know, on AMC stuff. So she's got 2,500 subscribers. Gamestop earnings call started by thanking shareholders. They know without them, GME would be shorted to death. Oh, well, that's how you know that this person is a fucking moron. Shorted to death. Is it too late to get in this long-term hold? What? What? But, I mean, the main thing is here, what did she say?
and welcome back. Those of you new to the channel, I'm Teresa Perrin, and today I want to discuss with you GME. Guys, they had earnings and they blew it away, thankfully.
They blew it away. They blew it away with, what was that? They blew it away with $108 million net loss. Blew it away. Blew it away. Yep. Good job. Good job, Ryan. $108 million lost. And I'm not even gonna go.
So
there.
Things are looking on the upside. In my process of evaluating where GME stands and looking at the information given to us from Fintel, I couldn't believe what I stumbled upon, and wait until you hear it. Anyways, let's get started. And nothing I say is financial advice. Always do your own DD. Thank you so much. If you could hit the like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's get into it.
So, shouldn't have any DDoS. Shouldn't have any more of that. I fixed the problem. So, and I did last stream also should have been good. So I didn't want to say anything because I figured I would jinx it. But, yeah, you know, it was a network adapter. I literally changed network adapters. And all of those stupid dropouts that I would get where my bit rate would go to 0 stopped. They all stopped. And I updated Windows. But updating Windows fixed it like 85%. Network adapter was the rest. I can't tell you the last time I had changed a network adapter because it was malfunctioning or defective. I mean, that's whatever. Maybe I got hacked or something. Probably. So it was the hedgies. Yeah, and this way too, because before if you typed @ and then Scott, Lynn's name would come up, my name would come up, and I even tagged myself a few times as I was trying to tag Lynn, and it scrolled, it goes past like where the text should go, so you didn't see it all. But you know, whatever. It worked. Living in Hawaii, Lord's offended. She's wearing a plumeria flower in her ear. I was wondering what that was. I like the smell of plumeria. I think. But I wouldn't have been able to identify it. Okay.
I'm sure that many of you are aware that GameStop is ripping to the upside in the after hours after reporting quarter two earnings. And the reason for that is because their second quarter net sales of $1.136 billion was slightly down from last year's $1.183 billion. But the revenue came in just sly of the street's estimate of $1.27 billion. So it was pretty close, guys. But the best part about the earnings was that they reported a loss of 35 cents per share, which beat expectations of a loss of 38 cents.
She doesn't even know what this fucking means. I don't think she has any clue what she's talking about. I mean, what? Okay, I mean, I went over this a second ago, but last year, guess what? There were 75 million shares. 75 million shares, and you had a $2 loss per share. Oh, okay. All right. This year, you have 304 million shares, and you have a 36 cents per share loss. So, yay, you win. You're doing great. Fucking idiot.
Per share. And GameStop highlighted the sale of $223.2 million from its collectibles category.
Oh, it probably still is. Probably still is mine. I don't know. Lynn, if you want to get in Telegram voice, just saying, or Antoinette or whoever. I thought Badback was gonna come in, but I ended up doing it later than I intended on. So, or Lord, if you want to, come on in.
Which they said they intend to grow over the long term, which beat the prior year's second quarter sales of $177.2 million. So guys, that was approximately $26 million more in that category, which is huge. They're going to focus on...
Not as huge as that $47 million loan. That doesn't matter. Right? Am I right? Am I right? Am I
cost
wrong?
Cutting, and their general and administrative expenses declined 14.3% from the first quarter for a total of $387.5 million into the second quarter, guys.
I know how to read numbers.
So they're showing that they're managing their cash better. They ended the quarter with cash and cash equivalents of $908.9 million, and they have no debt outside of an unsecured term loan related to the COVID-19 pandemic. So guys, things are looking up.
So in other words,
positions in games.
It's inaccurate to say they have no debt. But that's what they say in their fucking statement. We have no debt except for this whole narrative is written very slimily. It's written very, we're trying to trick you by comparing most things to second quarter of last year except for selling, general, and administrative expenses. We're going to compare that to the first quarter of this year. Because we don't want you to look at last year's of that. So, yeah, fuck them.
Stock and shorts are not looking too good on this news. In addition to that, they announced a partnership with FTX. During which the terms of the partnership...
FTX, such an above-the-board... organization, everybody's favorite YouTube sponsor. Oh, right. That's the one where they all got pulled from their sponsorships. But GameStop, I mean, I love it. GameStop, late to every fucking party. Oh, a year late on NFTs. Nobody gives a fuck about NFTs when, especially people in Europe. How in the fuck are you going to heat your homes this winter? I don't know, but we can go to NFT Marketplace on GameStop and get an NFT. Great. That's fantastic. A year late to the FTX or just, in general, crypto sponsorship. After there's already was a huge scandal and a bunch of influencers probably a lot of whom, or at least some of whom, were fucking GameStop pumpers. So, I mean, the image of just like a slow moving catastrophe comes to mind, like just a slow moving train wreck. Like everything they do is a day late, a dollar short. They got no really good original ideas. Everything they do is late, half-assed, whatever. And Ryan Cohen killed somebody. That's crazy.
GameStop will be FTX preferred retail partner in the United States. They didn't.
I mean, that right there is enough reason. I mean, I'm obviously not saying that, but the whole thing is pretty goddamn fishy. Pretty fishy. So, whatever.
What the terms were. But guys, this is both bullish for GME and FTX because.
Yeah, you know what, Teresa? If they had missed the earnings and they partnered with fucking White Castle or Waffle House, which honestly would be a better partnership, either would, you would say that's bullish. Whatever it is, it's going to be bullish because that's what the grifters do. They misrepresent facts and spin them to try to get you to buy so that they can, keep their value up. It's dumb. It's the oldest fucking shit. Let's see. Retail investors are going to lose all their money on these meme stocks. It's done. Yeah. I mean, is it 2021 still or something? Like, what are we doing here with meme stocks and NFTs and FTX? I mean, it's such a joke. The loss in GameStop falls mainly in my wallet, my fair lady. Nice.
GameStop will be carrying FTX gift cards in select stores.
Who in the gift cards? That sounds. Happy birthday, son. I got you a gift card to FTX because I know how you like those NFTs or those cryptos. Get yourself some Shiba.
Now, let's get into a little bit about the chart, and then I'm going to tell you what I find so bullish because, guys, there's great news for us.
How about if we skip the chart and go to the bullish? We just straight to the bullish. Oh, yeah. That's fucking bullish as fuck, let me tell you. Oh, yeah. That's obviously not the bullish part because this is... Jesus.
Both know it. But...
I mean, I know enough about Chart the VIX's little... moving average crossover strategy to know that, they're crossing it over, going down, and these are red, and, I don't need to pay $79 a month.
Absolutely a bunch of BS, and you and I both know it. But
what? I'm
one,
gonna have
two,
to listen
three,
to that.
4, 5, 6 guys, and I'm going to pull it up closer to show you. This move down looks extremely artificial. I mean, this is a short ladder attack like no other.
Short ladder attack? What is a short ladder attack? Teresa, could you define a short ladder attack for us? With sources. Find a source that explains it, submit it or use it, provide it in the description. We'll take a look at it and we'll see. Not one of these clowns has ever done that. They really haven't done it with much of anything, but certainly not with short ladder attacks. It's ridiculous. Well, the hedge funds, they sell back and forth to themselves because they can route the orders directly to blah, 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 blah.
Guys, one bullish
Short
day
ladder
out
attack.
of 1, 2,
Give me
3,
a fucking
4,
break.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You guys are children, okay? You are a child. You are a fucking child if you sit there and fucking cry about short ladder attacks. And the hedge funds and the 1%ers with their stock market manipulation. That's Frankie Mohammed. Like, what a crybaby. What a fucking crybaby. And then on his video today, he has nerve to sit there and say, oh, well, if you say that we wouldn't be in this short squeeze play if it weren't for Ken Griffin, you're just a terrible person. You have no morals. Fuck you, Frankie. God, what an idiot. I mean, oh my God, I can't believe that that these figures are the information providers and communicators about this. It is absurd. And I have to go, I think Badback said this before. Maybe it was Manuel. Somebody said it in this group. The SEC has not cracked down on these clowns because they know that they're inconsequential, and so are their followers and the people that listen to them. They are noise in the market, period. Let me say that again. The SEC will not crack down on these clowns because the SEC understands that at the end of the day, Teresa Perrin and Frankie Muhammad and fuck Al from Boston and all these clowns, they're inconsequential, even to the degree that their followers, the people that listen to them and trade off of their fake financial advice, are just noise in the market. They don't fucking matter. And that's, it's nothing personal. It's not. It's nothing personal, but you're noise. And I mean, I don't like being noise. I wouldn't like to be noise. I want my whatever signal to be more defined than noise. Yeah, that's what you are. You're noise. You're these fucking wicks. That's you're these upper, lower, shitty wicks on this artificial short ladder attack here. Yeah, but but I do agree with that. They're not going to crack down on these clowns. Why would they? It wouldn't be worth it. What's the risk reward? What do they get out of it? There's no change, no difference in outcome, whether they do or don't crack down on these grifters. So might as well just let it play out naturally. Say, hey, you want to follow that person? Go for it. Go for it. We'll put out a commercial, Investopedia, whatever, Investomania, whatever the fuck it was. Game show, pie in the face. We'll do that. And the response to that, they make fun of retail. I'm just going to go buy more. Oh, you do that. You do that. Turn up the noise.
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Out of 17 days, there's been one green candlestick. Come on now. That's absolutely a bunch of BS, and you and I both know it. But they just dug.
Well, you're talking about a company that literally just reported a $100 million loss. So, I don't know. Whatever.
Themselves a deeper hole, and here's what I'm so bullish about. So the short interest of the free float is 21%. Now remember, this is self-reported, so this is not counting any naked shares or whatever other speculative.
Not self-reported. This is exchange reported. I mean, I literally took the time to leave this broad a comment explaining what she said. She asked for it. She said, "Tell me what I'm missing, guys. Tell me what I'm missing." I took the time to leave a comment, and I wasn't even that much of a dick. Like, she's definitely an asshole. Like, you can tell. She's overconfident, doesn't know what she's talking about. Dunning-Kruger with a plumeria flower in her hair, basically. So whatever, hey, it works for you. But you said, tell me what I'm missing, guys. What am I missing? I took the time to do that. And I dialed it back a little bit, but whatever. It's never personal. But this is frustrating because we're 2 years into this shit and you still aren't even reading what's on the screen. Source, NYSE. That's not self-reported. No, it's not self-reported. Well, it's self-reported by the brokers.
Plays that people believe exist. But this is just based on what is reported. 21% short interest, guys, and 10.35 days to cover. That's absolutely insane. I don't think I've ever seen it this high. At least not recently, that's for sure. 10.35 days. If they were to start to try to cover their shorts.
The only reason that's the case is because the volume is anemic. The volume is fucking anemic. Absolutely dried up. Oh yeah, there was 12 million shares traded today. 12 million shares traded today on the day of the earnings. That's about how many were traded the day that the goddamn thing split. I don't get these GameStop. I do not get these GameStop people at all. I don't get them. Why would you not be trading the fuck out of this the day that it split, the day before earnings? Why would you not be trading the fuck especially when you have 250 million shares now? Makes no sense to me. They're just absolutely, so far up their own asses they don't think that they have to trade it, I guess. I don't know. God,
guys, we'd be so ripping stupid for days. That is just amazing, and I can't wait till that starts happening. The off-exchange short volume is 55.61%, so that's the amount traded in the dark pool. Currently, guys, 61%.
She's fucking butchering this too.
Happening. The off-exchange short volume is 55.61%, so that's the amount traded in the dark pool.
Short volume in the dark pool, not the total amount in the dark pool. I corrected her on that too, because she was like, oh, Market Chameleon says this, Findale says this, what's the difference? Yeah, because you were looking at two different fucking things. You were looking at apples and grapes. Why are these different?
Currently, guys, this is another great part. There's 0 shares available to borrow. Now, not to be a party pooper or anything, but we all know how the F3 override key works. And there's been 0 shares left to borrow every night in AMC that I've checked it for the past couple of weeks. And guess what, guys? Every day, shares suddenly turn up. So let's hope there truly is.
Well, yeah, because shares are returned. Why is that so hard to understand? Shares are returned. They become available. People sell their shares. They become fewer shares become available. Like, the apes think that they have locked the float down and that no shares should be trading because, now we've done it. We're done now. We've done it. We've tied it up. It's locked away. It should not be trading. It should not be shorted. Well, I'm sorry, guys. That's not how it works. That is not how it works at all.
0 shares, and that they're not going to be F3 overriding this any more than they already have. The cost to borrow is currently only at 10.57%. I'd like to see that start to move to the upside, and the short volume ratio, guys, is actually today was lower than normal. As you can see, every day.
Yeah, the irony there is the FINRA short volume ratio. What does it tell you? That tells you basically retail buying. I mean, they have it completely backwards. So she's hyping, oh, the short volume ratio is lower. That's good. Well, no, not actually. It means that you guys aren't buying the stock. Basically.
Hey, it's like 60 to almost 70%.
Although
look at this high of 69.33. Well, today being earnings, I guess they behaved themselves a little bit more than normal because the short volume ratio was only 55.61%.
Brain dead.
And I say that
Brain
only
dead.
like kidding, because this is absolutely disgusting. And the fact that the SEC allows this and Gary Gensler doesn't do his job, because clearly anyone doing their job would never allow for this to happen. It just
What is the problem with it? What actually is the problem? You don't even know what you're talking about. You don't even know. You are unaware of what this even means. But it's a problem. And anybody else besides Gary Gensler wouldn't let it happen. I mean, this is ignorance. Like, period here. This is dumb as fuck. The fucking gloves come off this time, Teresa. I tried to help you. You didn't fucking listen. You're still spouting your stupid fucking nonsense. Sorry. This is fucking stupid. This is brain dead. You are wrong. Again.
That's, again, a topic.
The same way you were wrong before, that we took the time to help you, and you didn't fucking listen. Dumb
for a
fucking
whole
bitch.
other conversation. So let's look at the failure to delivers, because with no shares left to borrow, tomorrow they need to come up with 176,124. And on Thursday, they need to come up with 328,412. Now, guys, if you want to know why they choose to fail to deliver these, it may not just be that they can't get the shares. Look at the price when they failed to deliver. These shares were $37.93 for tomorrow, $38.36, $40.43 going into next week, $40.39. So they're purposely, in my opinion, choosing not to deliver these shares because they know they're going to go on a short attack, drive the price down, take all this money as profit because they're going to give you the shares that they buy back at a lower price. It's just disgusting. They shouldn't be able to sell shares that don't exist. But again, let's not get too far carried away with ourselves. At any rate, we're up a couple dollars in the after hours.
You're the kind of person who doesn't listen to anybody else. You're spouting the same nonsense. So, cleared the chat screen. How'd you do that? Oh, you mean nobody's chatting? Well, that's okay. The only people that are allowed to are subscribers anyway. So, let's see here. Just looking for something here on another window. Okay, anyway, I'll have to look into that a little bit further, but I'm not certain that like the value that has to be that was, you know, transacted that day. That's the value that has to be covered. So she's wrong on that too.
Going into tomorrow, guys, because I think that we should continue with this nice uptrend. Earnings was very bullish, and I think, you know, shorts really need to start thinking about closing out that position. I mean, if they keep going much longer, it's already 10 days to cover. That's 2 days. I mean, 2 weeks.
Why would short sellers care about fucking days to cover? Yeah, this is why you don't fill your head with all this garbage from YouTube. Days to cover means nothing. Nobody actually cares. Nobody is sitting on Wall Street looking at their ortex screen like, oh my God, Elijah Goldberg, Mr. Goldberg, days to cover on GameStop is 10.3 days. Shouldn't we cover? Shouldn't we close? Nobody fucking cares. It doesn't matter. Jesus.
We're at the trading days. 2 weeks. What are they going to make it a third? Time will tell. We'll see. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you, and have a wonderful night.
Yeah, you have to tune people like that out. I mean, God, holy shit. GameStop earnings. GameStop full earnings DD in 3 minutes and 41 seconds by lottery stocks.
What up, everybody? So the GameStop earnings call just ended, and that was one of the fastest earnings calls. Today, I want to go over everything that happened in the earnings call. So let's start.
Yeah, because it was a bunch of bullshit.
GameStop earnings, sales, $1.14 billion, estimated $1.27 billion.
Can you just interpret it? I don't need to hear these numbers again.
Of course, is the main part of this entire earnings call, which is GameStop forms partnership with FTX, which is also why GameStop is up 11% in the after hours. Kind of filled this gap a little bit up here.
Oh, that's why they're up. Okay. How do you know that? I love when people say why the market is up or down. You don't fucking know. You don't know. You want to think it's because of your stupid FTX. Let's see where it opens tomorrow. What happens
$27.22. And this shows shorts are not.
This kid should get together with Teresa. They'd make a good couple.
Trying to let this thing go.
You
Zero
think?
shares available to borrow on Untitled Chapter. This wasn't like this before. So shorts are stacking on, and they are fighting, trying to buck the trend, buck the momentum early and after hours so that we don't get a rip tomorrow. But again, on the daily time frame, you guys know the cycle that we're tracking, and I think this is a reversal point. And I'm so glad in the video earlier when the market was still going, I called out calls on GameStop. So shout out to you if you took those. The next thing is that GameStop earned $0.4 million on their NFT marketplace in Q2. This is something to pay attention to as NFTs kind of died down a little bit, or at least got less trendy, and the fact that they still created this much revenue off the NFT marketplace in Q2 shows that they are doing well digitally. The next thing is
0.4 million. Oh, wow. Oh, my God. Holy shit. Call Jim Cramer.
Collectibles revenue was $223 million. SG&A down 14% since previous quarter.
What's SG&A? What does SG&A mean? Lottery stocks? Do you know? By the way, too, I think collectibles where the money laundering happens. I think that's the money laundering line item. What do you think?
And cash. These are all a few key things.
The GameStop ecosystem. Holy fuck.
Attention to Q2 collectibles revenue was minus 20%.
These people, I mean, you're going to have complete ecosystems that are destroyed once this fucking thing finally. I mean, and I don't blame Wall Street. I hate Wall Street. It's no secret. I fucking hate Wall Street. Wall Street sucks. They're a bunch of fucking slime. But you have to admire you have to admire their ability to run a scam. And goddamn, we all could learn a thing or two from the way that this has been prolonged, the way that this has been drawn out, the way that idiots like this are still saying that there is going to be a short squeeze. I mean, I don't know for a fact, but I think Wall Street, Ortex, maybe the brokers, Cohen, this isn't just some dude on Reddit who came up with this and prolonged this. This has institutional momentum behind it, keeping this thing going. In other words, when this ecosystem gets destroyed and people figure out that they were played, that they were conned by Ryan Kahn and, fucking Wall Street. Imagine falling for one of these fucking Wall Street traps. I mean, seriously. If it's your first time in the market, I can understand maybe. But if you have any street smart, like actual, not the street, Wall Street, no, actual street smarts, as opposed to book smarts, maybe you have a bit of both. Yeah, after a few months, this is going to start smelling pretty bad. And that's when you actually go back and look into the details. They didn't do any of this shit. I think Ortex is behind the whole thing. Fuck it.
GameStop's 2021 entire fiscal year, 824 million. 71.3 million shares are directly registered as of the end of July. That's 23% of the company. So this is actually a crazy increase on shares DRS.
23%. That's what it gets you right there. Boom.
We've been paying attention to this, and we know that a lot of shareholders are paying attention and DRSing their shares. So this says last quarter was 50 million. So retail
so what
DRS.
Fucking good? What good did it do? That's my question. Oh, if you didn't DRS it, it would be down here. Okay. I don't know.
Additional 20 million of shares this quarter. That is crazy. Now the last thing is, for long states, GameStop is focused on achieving profitability, launching first-party products, and supporting the company stores. Okay, so I'm going to give you a quick breakdown right now. pretty much the GameStop earnings call happened. They lost on a few things. They went cash flow negative. However, they don't have debt, so that's a little bit different from AMC, a company that's closer to going cash flow positive than GameStop, in my opinion, but has a lot of debt. Also, GameStop has a partnership with FTX, which is extremely important.
Well, and of course you're going to say that because you are a perma-bull GameStop AMC pumper who's not looking at the facts. You are interpreting the facts with your bias. So, you know, that's all you get. Now, that's it. No, you're wrong. You know, you can't just say, you know what? Actually, the earnings were they weren't great. They weren't great. And yeah, they don't have any debt except for that one. They have zero debt except for that $47 million. But that was because of COVID and France and lockdowns and China. You're saying it wrong. It's China. Yeah, no. Okay, Lou. I didn't forget. Which one is it now? What did he say? 19-minute video. Okay. I didn't see any 19-minute videos there, but there it is. The AMC/Ape metaverse. That one. Oh! Oh, shit. Whoa. Whoo. Lynn's back. She's back. She was never gone, really. But in case there's any doubt, she's back.
On, my little slipping motherfuckers. Listen, you know, it's funny because I put the video earlier today, and I don't think people understood when I said that, you know, like apes broke the market. Like I'm blaming you motherfuckers for them being criminals. No, that's not the case. What I was trying to explain, and I'll go into further detail now.
Okay, I'm listening here.
Plus,
I'm paying attention.
Bit of other observation. What I'm trying to say now is that, look, that side, those motherfuckers and the brokers, they make money when stocks move back and forth. Commissions. Okay, that's just how it works. That's why, you know, when they can do a bazillion movements on a play, that's how they make their money, you know, especially the brokers with that, you know, scalp. Commission is not enough. It's that in-between price that gets, you know, so, okay, so here we go. We got millions of motherfuckers that came in and just bought and held. There's nothing wrong with that. That's an actual tactic. But the problem is that the market's never had a situation where everybody that comes in just buys and holds. Doesn't take profit, just fucking buys and just puts everything to sleep. You know, like I'm looking at one of my plays now, and I was just talking to Elk, and it's like half the float of...
Well, that's wrong. That's not true at all. Frankie Mohammed said the same damn thing in his video today. Now I know where he got it from. No, he said nobody ever just came in and bought and hold before. Nobody ever did that. Have you motherfuckers, Lou, Frankie Mohammed, apes in general, have you heard of a guy named Warren Buffett? Because that's what he does. That is 100% what he does. He buys and he holds for long term. So I don't know where they're getting this. We're fucking everything up by not selling anything. It's retarded. Fucking stupid. Who came up with that and why? That's dumb. It's retarded, Lou.
AMC, and like literally that fucking thing is barcoding because everybody's bought and held. And obviously, you know, to somebody coming in...
No, it's not because everybody bought and held. I mean, I guess maybe you could say that it is in an indirect, roundabout way because they wasted all their fucking money before buying it at high fucking prices that did nothing. It did no good. But it's quote-unquote barcoding because nobody's fucking buying it. It has nothing to do with anything else. There's no volume. There's no buyers. There's no demand, essentially. has nothing to do with buy and hold, except that you bought and held all your money that you could trade with last year. You gave it all up to the market, to Ken Griffin, to the hedgies, to Adam Aaron, to whoever last year, because somehow these people were even more ignorant last year. I don't know. Maybe there's a little whatever. I don't know. That's
God, it's not moving. I was like,
buy and hold.
It's not moving because everybody fucking has those shares and they're just fucking waiting. Tell me what you're gonna do. So
there are shares trading.
Anyway, in order to have movement in that play, which is funny because like there's like nothing. Like I'd be watching that thing and like for like about 40 minutes and it goes 2 shares, 3 shares. It's like nothing. 1 share. It's like nothing. The fucking line is like blip, blip. Like there's like a penny action, and I laugh because it's a major corporation. It's had movements, whatever. And like I'm okay with the barcoding holding on. I put my money in there. I think of it like a big savings account. I know that company's not going anywhere, and I know that I can wait out the bullshit, and those shorts will have to cover because they're all going to get into financial trouble very soon. I already know that, and AMC and APE as well, and a bunch of other places. So I'm not concerned about getting my money. Like I look at my money, like I planted the seed, it's gonna come back. So like this era of the meme stock thing where everybody jumps in and it runs, that wasn't the real market. The real market was like, yeah, this is a good company. Oh, they got all those shorts on it? All right, listen, how much is the share price? They're making good money, quarter after quarter, good direction. Fuck it. Let me put a grip of money down, and that's like, my savings account. Why am I going to keep it in the bank fucking doing nothing? I'd rather keep it in a play doing nothing, and then one day...
I'd rather keep it in AMC going down than, interest rates going up in the bank. What is he talking about?
And I'm like...
It's nonsense.
But the
stocks are not a fucking savings account. That is the dumbest comparison I've ever heard. They've been saying it for a year. It's been stupid for a year. And no fucking savings account I've ever seen would ever have you lose 80% of your principal that you put in. I mean, that's just absurd. Stop saying that.
You got millions upon millions upon millions of motherfuckers that their one strategy wasn't options. It wasn't even day trading. It was just buy and hold. I got these motherfuckers. I'm in my portfolio. I'm holding on to them. That just made it to the point where the other side, in order to have movement, created movement. Shit, they created an entire secondary market. Like I look at AMC, like AMC/APE is a perfect fucking example. Like I've never seen anything to that level of syntheticness. You can go back to 2008 when you got the mortgage-backed securities and all the swaps and shit, but like to a point. And then they started repackaging, and then there was like side pricing, and I get it, but that was an entire industry, and there was a market for those bonds of like they call the ninja loan, the no doc, no job, whatever. Then they had the AAA type motherfuckers like the plastic surgeon that's buying a home in Southern California. Then you had the home refinance type. Then you had the commercial real estate.
This is nonsensical.
Industry, developer loans, everything was it was massive. But this is just AMC, and it has its own little side universe. You have 2 fucking tickers. One with one.
No, it doesn't. It does not have its own little side universe. That's retarded. It's a dramatization, emotional language. It's not special. There's nothing special about it. There are 7,499 other fucking stocks that you can look at. You guys don't look at them, so how would you know? You literally don't look at them. But it's not special. It's not different. But he has to paint it that way because grifter.
Want an option chain? One they can never figure out an option chain. There's no fucking movement in that thing in order to have it. That's why they're gonna merge it, put it together. Like, this is no big deal. I think altogether it's like what, $12, $13. APE and AMC together. So they're gonna correct it.
Well, the option chain would reflexively cause movement in the underlying stock. So that's also wrong.
Fuck, there's gonna be a rise, whatever.
Fuck me.
Same thing with the other place.
What a clown.
You know, one guy put on one of the comments, "Oh, Lou's trying to save face for something with the apes." And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. Fuck you. I'm in other fucking place, and I got my money down and stuff like that. And I still, by the way, got AMC, and I still got it. So I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but whatever. But I'm just laughing at the entire market thing on what retail did. You didn't do anything wrong. We didn't do anything wrong. It's just every time we took an action and we bought in a play, whatever play we were in, it was always the same strategy. We bought and we held and we fucked the other side for making their money, you know?
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. I'm sorry, but you didn't. Like, this DRS trend line, this is what happens when you DRS shares. This is what happens when you work to change things. What this represents is money that the hedgies made. That says 45.8%. or $20 per share on a downward move. You did not screw the hedgies. They're not hurting. They're not underwater. You're underwater. The apes are underwater, not the hedgies. It's literally backwards. It's literally a tactic used by cults. The apes will never probably realize this. The people who realize it are like, yeah, it's obvious. Obviously, this is bullshit. This is a scam. He's a grifter. He's, retarded, whatever. So it really kind of is a stalemate, the way I see it. Like, nobody is actually doing anything to change anything about their own position, or, I guess that's really all you can do. But occasionally we get people coming to the channel that, have had, road to Emmaus moments. But I just don't, I did not in my wildest dreams think that I would be sitting here making videos still a year later in September of 2022. I mean, I did not think that far in the future at all. I don't know what I thought was going to happen, but holy shit. I mean, and he's got to be running out of material. He has got to be running out of material. I mean, and you listen to the quality of what he's saying now, yeah, he's running out of material because he's just fucking talking out of his ass. Fuck.
They got pinched in this very weird, I mean, you got to admit, this is a strange.
Yeah, I mean, there were a couple entities last year. Yeah, of course. But guess what? They figured out that all you do is buy and hold. Supposedly, they don't even buy and they don't even hold. They bought and held at one time. They fucking sell now. So what are you talking about? Buy and hold. That's like the most basic fucking investment strategy that there could ever be. There's nothing special about it. You didn't squeeze anybody by buying and holding, except for yourselves. I mean, it is like intentional, paradoxical gaslighting or something. I don't know what it is, but it's ridiculous. No, the short sellers made a fuck ton of money on this. And guess what? When AMC got down below $10, KC Shaw, they did not cover. Well, maybe they did cover, but they didn't cause a short squeeze because that's not how it fucking works. That's not how it works. Yeah, we're going to voluntarily cause a short squeeze with the price low because that's how KC Shaw says it works. Give me a fucking break. These guys are so fucking stupid.
Scenario, wherever the retail moves.
Yes, I'm in a mood tonight.
Available share on it, and we fucked them up, and then they wind up having to, on their side, work outside the parameters that they're supposed to be working on. Like, multiple days, no settling of fucking orders. Like, that's bananas.
Yeah, right. Warren Buffett. He is the quintessential buy and hold investor. What are you talking about? You squeeze the what? Nobody ever did buy and hold before. Oh yeah, really? God, I mean, they're so full of themselves. But that's like putting it extremely mildly. Oh yeah, nobody ever bought and held before.
Creation of synthetic. I mean, listen, I don't got to repeat it.
And the ultimate irony is Warren Buffett's stock is literally hundreds of thousands of dollars that your stock will never, that the ape stocks will never be. But they have delusions that it already is in the dark pool. I mean, you can't make this shit up. You can't. Nobody could have sat last year when I was making shitty videos for, 200 subscribers or whatever, 2 months before my channel was deleted. Nobody could have sat there and said, "Oh yeah, they're gonna say this shit next year." There's no way. No way. Fake empathy.
You already know it now. You guys have come along enough to understand, like there is a synthetic stock market out there. So what I was trying to say earlier.
Okay. Like that. If that's what you think, then fucking leave the market. You don't belong in the stock market. Okay? If that's what you think, if you're that conspiratorial, just go the fuck home. Because let's just assume that there is a synthetic stock market. And that is the stupidest thing. I can't even believe I repeated those words. A synthetic stock market. Fucking cocksucker. If there were a synthetic stock market, you're not going to fucking change it. You are not going to change it. Joe fucking Six-Pack with 7.5 AMC shares. You are nothing. You are nothing. You're noise, remember? Nothing. Not even, a group of the... what are you going to do? You're never going to change it. Even if it were a synthetic stock market, which is absurd. But even if it were true, you would not be able to do anything about it. So you might as well just pack up your tent and go home and just leave the rest, leave people alone with this fucking bullshit. Leave people alone with this bullshit. And where I disagree with the SEC is not going to step in or shouldn't step in or whatever because it's just noise. I agree with that on one hand. On the other hand, I don't, because it's not about necessarily this one stock play. It's about chronic misinformation that is ruining people's conceptions of what the capital markets even are, how they function. It goes beyond the individual stocks that they're talking about. It is a public disservice that they are doing. Lou is doing a disservice to retail investors by opening his fucking fat fucking mouth talking about this shit. He should stop. They all should stop. Especially the ones who are overseas. Those motherfuckers, like Thomas James, he has absolutely no business talking about this shit. And if you're under the age of, 28, 25, like Shart the Vix, Trey, Matt Kohrs, I'll just knock a bunch of them out there. You have no business pretending to be a financial advisor. You are ruining people. You have ruined people. You are ruining people. They think they can trust you for some reason. That's misplaced trust. But either way, you have a platform. You should not be using it. Lou, shut your fat fucking mouth.
There's nothing wrong with buying and holding. As a matter of fact, look what they had to create in order to combat it. They brought out the preferred equity unit, APE. Look at what lengths they had to go to battle us. They had to create new shares in the synthetic world, APE. There's no such thing as an APE. There's nothing, but they had to create it in order to have something to fight against us and AMC and cover some shorts. And do you understand how we got the motherfuckers like that? It's just one of these things.
Right.
So they actually went and created a
Christ.
metaverse, an AMC metaverse. That's what I'm gonna call. That's what I'm gonna call this video. The AMC metaverse is what they created with Ape. Now, on the other plays that are out there, the smaller size plays that they didn't create a metaverse, and that's why they're straight up barcoding, like fucking straight in the middle of the day, 11:30 in the morning. Right? I was like, what the fuck? That's what it is. But AMC and Ape, AMC, fuck it, I'm not gonna talk about it. AMC. They created a fucking metaverse. They got skinny monkey, fat monkeys, Rastafarian monkeys. They got apes all over the place. They just created this fucking weirdness, and that's why everybody right now is like feeling that they're suffering.
Well, a minute ago he was saying that AMC was barcoding, I thought. Now he's saying that the other ones are barcoding and that AMC is a metaverse. So he can't even keep his own bullshit straight.
Understand? You took away their market, and they have to create all this weird shit, you know, single stock ETF.
No, the reason, because there's no demand for it. Nobody wants to buy it. What? God.
That's on the side. That's all the synthetic. That's
like all that fucking inventory that GameStop still has in their inventory that did not get sold because they wanted to make sure they had enough. No, it's because nobody wanted the fucking shit.
Type shit. They're out there sucking dick out there. That's what they're doing. But from your position, it looks like, you know, a losing scenario.
Oh, look, somebody made it past the 58-minute mark. You are talking shit, sir. Of course, the market is full of synthetics. That's how they do the fraud. That's how they have done it for decades. Then why do you think, Joe, why do you think that your GameStop, AMC, blah, 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 why would that change it? Why do you think you can change it with two companies that are basically on their last leg? How would that change it? How would that change it? Why would anybody care? And, I mean, obviously, no, you're full of shit, okay? That's synthetics, okay? Go learn about how short selling works, okay? There's no such thing as a synthetic share. There isn't. You can't find any reference to quote-unquote synthetic shares pretty much before last year when all these idiots started talking about it. It's true. Look it up. You can't. And in fact, look up short ladder attacks. You can't find that shit either because that also doesn't exist, okay? So you're living in a fantasy world. You're living in the metaverse, the AMC metaverse. Nobody wants to buy it because everybody bought it already and we are holding the stock. We should be in the hundreds just because we are holding and we don't sell. But you do sell though, Joe. You do sell. Maybe not you. Maybe not you. And maybe you don't want to believe that any of your 8 peers are selling. But let me tell you, they are. Not everybody can hold on to a goddamn stock that has gone to the ground, underneath the ground, has gone into the ground. No, it's not true. People are selling every fucking day. I talk to people all the time. People who join this channel, subscribe, come in my chat, etc. Yeah, plenty of people have sold. I mean, plenty of people that are watching this fucking video right now have liquidated their positions because they realize this is fucking bullshit and that you got taken to the fucking cleaners by Wall Street. Yes. Oh, look, there's Dr. Zeno. Straw men. Okay, great. Fantastic fucking point. Tony Tanko. My friend, greetings to everyone. Everyone is selling undercover, even Lou himself. Yeah, there you go. I mean, I don't know where this nobody's selling comes from. It makes no sense. It makes no sense. And then I'm going to go back to what Lynn said up here. Buy and hold works when there's not a ton of debt and actual growth is happening or reasonably expected to, and profits and revenue exceed the cost of doing business. Like, that's a big thing. Profits and revenue exceed the cost of doing business. That means you can support the business with the money that's coming in, not with cash you already have on hand in the case of GameStop. Oh, GameStop doesn't have any debt. We have all this cash. Yeah, you're not going to have that cash forever if you don't stop losing hundreds of millions of dollars a year. Or a quarter, quarter. Or borrowing money like AMC. So AMC, oh, Ape's going to get us back. Ape's going to pay off the debt. But then how are you going to pay the bills going forward? Because you're not supporting yourself with the money that's coming in. Joe, are you hearing me, man? Like, you're an adult, I think. Yes, you have personal finances. If you don't have enough money coming in, how are you going to pay your fucking bills? Dude, think for a second. It's not that different. Thank you, Lynn. Lou said he sold Ina. Oh, Ina. In a video last week with Bill / Blue Ice. Bill, his handler, that's the one who sold. It's Bill who sold. Bill is Lou's handler. Like Al has a handler too. I forget. What is it? Zach or Kyle, maybe? I don't know. One of those chuds. These guys don't come up with their own bullshit. Anyway. Yeah, no. People are selling. Plenty of people are selling. The whole synthetic share thing, I mean, believe whatever you want, okay? But let me say this. It doesn't fucking matter. Does not fucking matter. That is a straw man argument. If you ever wanted to know, that is a straw man argument. It is a distraction. It has nothing to do with making money in the stock market and being, I can tell you right now, motherfuckers who make profit in the stock market on a consistent basis, they're not sitting there with their panties bunched up in their butt crack, whining about synthetics. They're not. So from that, I'm going to deduce that the people that are sitting there with their fucking tighty whities all bunched up about synthetics are not making a goddamn dime of profit. So if that's who you want to be, that's how you want to be, go for it. Who cares? Still have checks in your checkbook. Well, you didn't have to go to those synthetic checks, right? Like, so back in the day, before online banking, you used Quicken software. And it was amazing. You could write checks. You could print out checks. You print out checks. You could pay bills. It would connect to your bank over the dial-up modem. And it was like, in a way, you could say, well, I wrote a check, but wait, where's the check? I still have that check. I mean, how where's check 101? Oh, I printed it. So, synthetic check. Anyway. Buy and hold, motherfuckers.
Shit that's going on right now. I bet Bill a shiny quarter. I said, this is going to be so much like 2008. He agrees. There's going to be a financial catastrophe that the other side, the shorts and the funds, all of them, they're going to be bleeding out fucking horrendously. And then we're going to be the least of their problems because they're not going to be able to hold any positions. Not just AMC, not just Virgin, not BlackBerry. They're just going to have to close everything out to survive.
AMC,
so it's
Virgin, BlackBerry. So they're not going to be able to hold these worthless companies that literally do nothing. Okay. That can't support themselves. I mean, this is delusional. It's fear-mongering. It's irresponsible.
This is a battle of attrition, the last man standing. The thing is, you can stand longer than them because it doesn't cost you to be in this play. Everything they did.
Wrong. That's possibly the worst lie that you could tell somebody here. It doesn't cost you anything to hold. It costs you nothing to hold. It costs the shorts money to short. They have to pay a borrowing fee. Yeah, it's fucking literally. Some of them are less than a penny a day. Less than a penny. Fractions of a penny per day. It absolutely costs retail investors to hold. When the price goes down and the company is losing money, and there's not really a clear prospect of the stock recovering to the cost basis or beyond the profit, how in the fuck could you sit there and say that it doesn't cost you anything to be in this play? How much have people sacrificed? Not even mentioning the opportunity cost, what you could have been doing with all of the money that you dumped into this fucking thing. You could have done something else with that money that could have, at the very least, given you 2, 3, 4% return. I mean, that's opportunity cost. So at the very least, you have squandered that. You can lead an ape to water, but you can't make it think, right, Lynn?
On credit. They did on credit. And somebody's going to flip the credit cards. Look at Powell coming back. You think it's going to be good? Come on. Things ain't working out that way. That $1 trillion margin call that happened in the commodities market, how long do you think before that hits the paper market on our side? Come on. This is, but anyway, getting back to the original thing, and I said it earlier, retail didn't do anything wrong. Retail just did something, like they actually wanted retail to come in so they could take our money. Yeah, stupid kids. And at the end of the day, retail just kept fucking buying like a fucking monster. Like a fucking monster. And they were making a lot of money with us until they weren't making that money. And they were fucked up. And then now, like you look at AMC, we fucked them up so much. I mean, we fucked them up. Like, you ever like be in a fight and a motherfucker starts saying he's getting an asthma attack when you were a kid, you punch him a couple of times, he's a tough guy, now all of a sudden he's saying he has asthma. He didn't have asthma when you were talking shit, now you got asthma. And all of a sudden, we fucked them up so much, we were fucked.
Okay, Joe, I mean, I just want you to understand that I'm not trying to convince anybody to do anything here. And I mean that. I don't care. I wish the best for you. I hope it all works out. I'm simply trying to evaluate what these guys are saying and say, okay, this is true. This is not true. There's no evidence for this. There's evidence for this. And again, like there are 7,000 other stocks. You're right about that. So why are the apes fixated on the one that's going down? Makes no sense. Okay. But again, I'm not trying to convince anybody of anything. And really, I'm not negative about AMC. I don't really even care about AMC or GameStop. I don't care. They're both shit companies. Everybody knows that. I mean, you don't even need to be negative. You'd be realistic. These companies are losing money. That's not negative. That's reality. Okay? Can we at least agree on that? They're losing money. I mean, where I come from, companies need to make money in order to survive. So that's not negative. But it's not even about that. It's about what these guys on YouTube say. What they say on a daily basis convinces people that certain things may or may not be true. Without evidence, that's misinformation. It's fraud. They really, if you're coming onto a platform like this, you should have your shit together. You should be able to back up what you're saying, especially if somebody asks you, say, hey, where did you get that? Where do you know? How do you know that? Can you give me a source? I want to go look at it myself. I'm not going to take the word of some fucking random person on the internet. Just like I don't expect people to believe what I'm saying if it does make you have a thought, then go look it up for yourself. Because everything I'm talking about, everything that I've got to offer is based on stuff that I can point you to it. So, it's not negative on AMC. Again, I don't care about AMC. I don't care about GameStop. Certainly don't care about Bed Bath & Beyond. It doesn't mean I hate them. It is very well they could be talking about Apple. They do. They talk about Tesla. They not the same grifters, different people. They have put out so much misinformation about companies like Tesla, Apple, the original meme stocks. So at the end of the day, anybody who's got money on the line should be willing to listen to other opinions. And the whole reason I'm doing this is because you go on YouTube and you search for AMC, and the only thing you want to talk about, why am I so negative? Then I'm going to ask, why are the only videos that are on YouTube are talking about the MOAS, 1,000% coming, banger, they're about to lose everything, preferred equity is about to blow up, 7 more days, AMC is about to have a run, AMC stock tomorrow will be huge. There's nobody with a different opinion. Everybody is on the same page. Everybody's on the same page. That's not right. Nothing is this black and white. Nothing. Nothing is this black and white. AMC stock could cause flash crash. Oh, okay. AMC breakout level by tweaker Trey. This fucking clown. At the very least, somebody should be out here saying, hey guys, wait a minute. Whoa, hold on here. Let's slow down a little bit. Let's look at what they're saying. That's what I'm trying to do. So if you don't appreciate that, you're more than welcome to fucking leave. That's all I'm going to say. But if you think that I'm negative, you're not getting the point. Let me be clear too. I am not talking about the ape community directly. That's not my intention, is to sit here and make fun of the apes. That's not it at all. Okay? I mean, yeah, I'm going to say you might be kind of dumb for listening to random people on the internet, but you know, yeah, you've been holding and suffering and losing money. I agree. And that's unfortunate. So change something, you know, look at it differently, get some new information, get some new sources. And that's exactly my point, is if I boil down what I'm saying into one sentence, question these influencers, question what they're telling you. That's it. That is all I'm saying. Question it, because if you do, and you're honest with yourself and you honestly question it, you will find, I'm confident, you'll find they're full of shit. Every one of these guys is full of shit. They're lying. They don't have sources to back up their claims. They say the same thing over and over. I mean, Thomas James literally put out a video the other day, yesterday. The MOAS is starting soon. Where is it? Where the fuck is it? MOAS is starting soon. This motherfucker, squeeze almost here. Here it is. Squeeze is almost here. Get ready. This guy has such little respect for his audience that he thinks he can put out a video that says squeeze is almost here. And he can. 17,000 fucking views in just over 12 hours. So you tell me, you know, who's the idiot here? Is it Thomas James? He knows. He knows. He has to know. Or is it the 17,000 people that viewed this video who may or may not believe that the squeeze is almost here? I mean, here's what happened. These guys don't care about AMC. They don't care about a short squeeze. A lot of them don't even understand what a short squeeze is, I'm convinced, because they don't talk about it as, like, they talk about it wrong. They talk about it and it makes no sense. Oh, the price is going to go down and then they're all magically all going to cover at once. That's not how it happens. Anyway, especially in a company that's on its last leg. They don't care about that. They don't care about the squeeze. They don't care about AMC. They don't care about their communities. They care about making money. And how do they make money? They put out the same content over and over. Because they know, like Joe said, that There's a lot of people who've been holding and they're hurting and they're ready for, life-changing wealth. Life-changing wealth. That's emotions. Well, that's something that you can sell. I mean, it's really pretty interesting. This is a whole secondary. You want to talk secondary markets? That's what this has become. The MOAS has already happened, and it was not a short squeeze. It was these influencers getting rich off of their viewers on YouTube. That was the MOAS. That was the transfer of wealth. It was to the influencers who sold this dream. Like, there always are people selling dreams that are based on, they're charlatans, snake oil salesmen. And they get rich, and the people that thought that they were, helping themselves or their loved ones or whatever, they get fucked. It's the same exact thing. So my beef is with these fucking grifters. Always. Always. And, I people have to learn. People have to learn on their own. I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, you're stupid for doing this or that. What an idiot. Well, that doesn't help anything. Besides, you're going to know if you were stupid or not when this is all over and you have lost all your money. That's the best. That's the only way people are going to learn. And I don't even think they're going to learn from that because these people are crazy. But my beef has never been with the apes. I've never tried to convince anybody of anything except that they need to start questioning what they're saying and look at things, maybe a different way, even just like, just to see, like, hey, let me see if what they're saying is true. I still believe it, but let me go verify it. Well, shit. They all have an angle to get your money. They bought a fantasy, but they didn't think realistic. Right. And Tony, somebody in this chat once said, came for the MOAS, stayed for the fundamentals, because they came for what they thought was going to be a quick short squeeze play. And now they're talking about, oh, we got to get this company out of debt. Oh, fundamentals. Al from Boston says, oh, the only thing that's going to cause the MOAS is fundamentals. Nonsense. But anyway, yeah. They bought a fantasy and they actually believed that the fantasy was real. That's what it is. Just like you said. Was that Manny? Came for the MOAS, stayed for the fundamentals. Yeah, sounds like him. Okay.
Fucking already climbing that they had to fucking move forward with this ape bullshit. This was the counteract to the
and I know I come off as an asshole. That's just something people got to deal with, I guess, because I have to entertain myself too somehow. I mean, this is like, we've been saying the same stuff for over a year, which is basically question what they're saying. Hey, demand facts. And when people just basically walk all over that and say, no, well, what'd you say? Oh, yeah, okay, I'm going to buy more AMC then. Like, what the fucking assholes. So those people, yeah, I look forward to them losing it and learning the only way they're gonna learn, which is by forced liquidation. Remember that was, oh yeah, that's one of the catalysts always. Forced liquidation, forced share recalls, margin calls. Ask Shark the Vix about margin calls. But, unlike all these other fucking channels, we've actually been right about what we've said. We've actually been right. So I guess, that gives me a little bit of license to, swing my dick around, I guess. I don't know.
There was no more shares. There was no more money. They had to literally create this shit in an alternate universe in order to have it.
There's no more shares.
That alternate universe is
shares trade all the time. What are you talking about? There's no more shares.
It's all fugazi. It's not even real. It's fucking fake. It's all based on fucking massive leveraging, and they have their own hopiism that they can put everything together, cover everything. It's not gonna work. It didn't work in 2008, and it's gonna collapse now. Too many moving pieces and too many motherfuckers trying to steer the bus. It's not gonna happen. So it doesn't matter what it is. You know, listen, AMC and APAC are their own special beast. You know, GameStop is his own special beast. The shit they did with the dividends, they didn't solve their problem. They just knocked down the pricing structure on that, and that made it easier for.
Oh my gosh! I think it's because I got it going faster. Let's see. So, what is your suggestion for AMC shareholders? For example, I'm under 60K and some even more. I don't know. I don't know. At this point, I don't give financial advice and all that kind of stuff. I don't know. I don't know, man. The best thing to always do, in my experience, opinion, whatever, is cut your losses. I mean, based on what has happened, unless you really believe and you have reasons, then go with that. But or maybe you're so close to losing it all. People are so close to losing it all. It's like, well, fuck it. There's a 1 in a million chance. I might as well just write it to zero. But that makes no sense. That's not how you do it. It doesn't have to be an all or nothing thing. So I don't know how the apes can save themselves on this one. But all you can do is learn from this and don't do this, try to learn something from it. That's really the best I can do. I mean, we were saying, I mean, I've never told people to sell or buy or whatever, but I mean, if you can pick up what we're throwing down in terms of, okay, the people that are saying this shit are not trustworthy. People trusted them. So 2 and 2. But, last summer, nobody wanted to hear anything. So I don't know. I don't know, man. I think that you might be screwed on this. And that's okay. I mean, yeah, 60 grand, that's a lot of money. One of the first things I learned about the stock market years ago was a friend of mine said, don't invest more money than you can afford to lose, no matter what. And I've always tried to do that. It really, that way I know, I could essentially, my account could go to zero because I started out with a lot less and built it up over time. I mean, I would never risk it all anyway, but you see what I mean? I never played around with more money than, okay, I could afford to put $200 in, whatever, every couple weeks or something like that. That's the best thing, to start from that point of like, all right, even if it all goes away, it's not going to affect me. Then you can, if you want to be risky, you can. So I think it starts with that, but I don't know how to fix it at this point. I don't.
Obviously, people to come in and those shares were missing out there for a while. I think that some still are. But like GameStop and AMC are two different animals. AMC with the metaverse bullshit, an ape, whatever. Then you have all the other meme stocks that are out there.
It'll outlive.
They can't move. They can't move at all because
like a cockroach, like cockroaches.
They glued everything up. The funny thing about this is that when you look at these plays that they're chopping them all down, it's all synthetics across the board. Like, it happens. And it's a funny thing about these motherfuckers. Like I said yesterday, they when they have a company that they got their money in it, like, Cohen had Bed Bath and Beyond, and all of a sudden the shit ain't working out, the company's fucking dying. They go, oh shit, let's promote this to the apes. Want to buy into a gold mine? So that type of shit, in order to pump up the money, they go, oh, thank you very much. It's already proven. I already showed it to you. But then what happens is they get fucked up because why? Retail keeps holding those shares. Even when it goes down, they just keep fucking gobbling them up. And then plays just become canceled out. And any shorts that are left in it, they're fucked. Now, the only reason they're surviving is because of credit. It's because they just go, I'm not covering anything. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll cover next time. What's the fee?
But see, that doesn't make sense. What he's saying does not make sense from a fundamental standpoint. And I'll tell you why. Because the price has gone down. The price has gone down. Short sellers are not hurting if the price goes down. I mean, this is a basic thing. How can he expect people to believe what he's saying? The price has gone down for whatever reason. Doesn't matter. The price is lower. That means if you're holding a short position, you are making money. Beyond that, everything else is nonsense. Credit? No. Yeah, well, you get a credit when you sell. When you short, you're getting a credit into your account. That's not what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. He somehow wants to make people believe that, it costs money to keep these short positions up, even though the price is down from where it was, which means that, yeah, you could cover the short position and take profit. And you could short again if you think it's going to go down lower. It doesn't make sense. It's never made sense. They always say, oh, the shorts they're scared. Ken Griffin's shaking in his boots. No, he made record fucking profits this year, man. He made record profits. Record profits.
Listen, all I can tell you is that if, the people that are in this channel, there are people that are the plays, primarily AMC and 8. I just have to understand AMC and 8 have like a side metaverse that's going on, but that metaverse is being held up with credit and the client's money from the funds. They're the cash.
Client's money from the funds.
Doing too well.
How? The client's money from the funds. Okay.
It's not. And I can tell you one thing. You and I both know if you look around, the economy is doing horrendously around the world. That shit's just creeping. Where are you going to put your money in? If you're a fund that shorted this play or another play, where's your money coming from? Very soon catastrophe comes. This entire economy was based on credit. Everybody had a luxury car. Everybody had a fabulous home. Everybody, you could do no wrong. You could do no wrong in this fucking economy. A company going out of business? How? It's impossible. That's how it is. So that's what I'm waiting on. I'm waiting for the catastrophe shit to happen. And it's just going to happen. It's just one morning margin calls are going to hit. I mean,
margin
look
calls.
At that one that just hit today in the fucking trillions in the oil market. I can't even imagine the paper that's tied to that. We'll know in the next couple of days. But, you're like, yeah, but I don't care. I don't care about AMC. You don't understand. We're all in the same fucking boat right now because this fucking market right now it's part of the economy. It's part of the global economy. And credit isn't that's what Powell's going after. Every time he keeps raising the fucking rate up. That's a heart attack special. Yeah, they were moving money around and behind the scenes, because they were doing both sides.
Hey, Zeno, go back to Papa Tony's channel, would you? Go back to Papa Tony channel. See, Joe, this is not true. Okay? Like there is nothing on a 13F form that indicates that they lost money. What they did was they reported that they held less assets. That's not the same thing as losing money, my friend. That is not the same thing as losing money. Okay? If you have anything, whatever, cars, baseball cards, whatever, every year you make a list of what you have. This year I had 100 cards. Next year, I only have 98 cards. Does that mean that you lost money on those 2 cards? Maybe you sold them for a profit. Okay? This is the stupidest shit that these guys have put out there about Citadel and Ken Griffin and all this shit, is that they've lost money. It is so dumb. It is so dumb. No, they didn't lose $90 billion. No, BlackRock did not lose $1.7 trillion in the first half of the year. It's just not true. And I don't work for these people. I have no allegiance. I'm just somebody, I know how to read a financial, and I understand that, hey, if I'm telling you the stocks that I'm holding, and then 1 year later or next quarter, I'm telling you the stocks that I'm holding now, and I tell you, oh, last quarter I had 20 stocks. This quarter I have 18 stocks. You're going to assume that I lost money. Well, then you're a fucking idiot. Because that is not what I'm saying. That is not what was indicated. So, no. Sorry, Joe. That's just, and that's an example, a prime example of the type of misinformation that these motherfuckers put out on a daily basis. And people believe it for whatever reason. But think about it. Just think about it. No, that's not what it says. 13F forms don't indicate profit or loss anyway. It doesn't even tell you how much they paid for it or how much they sold it for. It just tells you what they have. This quarter, I have less. That doesn't mean I lost money on what I had before. That's stupid. But because everybody was so worried, everybody was so preoccupied with picking out their fucking Lambos and all this other nonsense and emotional fucking manipulation, yeah, shit like that became fact. Shit exactly like that became fact without even putting a fucking shred of common sense thought into it. God damn it. Motherfuckers. And again, I'm blaming the fucking grifters. It's their fucking fault that this shit is out there. Because somebody looked at it and they said, oh, look, there's less, the number's lower. We can say that they lost money. It's fucking despicable. It is so despicable. And they have the fucking nerve to sit there with a fucking grin on their face and tell you that you're going to be rich. I mean, I think, honestly, a sixth grader could understand this. I think a sixth grader could make more sense of this than a lot of these fucking grifters have. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. AMC fundamentals, do you think it's worth about at least $15? $8 is a joke. How much money did they make? How much profit did they make last quarter? How much profit did they make the quarter before? Do they make a profit? Do they lose money? They lose money. I mean, what do you pay? What do you pay? What would you pay for a company that loses money? $15? Okay, I got a bridge for you. Let me sell you this bridge. I mean, I don't know what the fair value is. The fair value is what the fucking market is trading it for. That's another thing that the ape influencers have corrupted people's minds about. The price isn't real. The price isn't real. No, that's the only thing that is fucking real. That is the only thing that is real. And until you accept that, you don't belong in the market. The price that is listed, the price that is shown, is the price that the market comes to. That is what people are willing to pay. People are willing to accept to sell it. That is it. That's how it works. So if it's $8, so be it. And by the way, it's not $8. It is AMC plus APE. That is the value of the company AMC. Not just AMC, not just APE. It's AMC plus APE. That is the equity of AMC. That is the That's the security value, the valuation, if you will. So that's why in my trading view, I have AMC plus APE right in here. Oh, I want to know what AMC is trading, what AMC is valued at. 1347. That's AMC plus APE. And truth be told, yeah, that's high. It probably is high. I wouldn't pay $13 for it. No, but that's me. Because I'm looking at it as that's a company, old-fashioned company. They're not, they're being replaced by all kinds of technology. Yeah, they have fucking fake chicken nuggets and leather seats. Great. Do they make money though? No, they don't make money. And maybe there probably are theaters out there that do make money. Other companies that do make money. Maybe not. I don't know. Another one just went bankrupt. That's also, and I love, they say, oh, what does that have to do with AMC? What does it have to do with AMC? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding with that? Like, so, but that's the point. It's worth whatever you think, whatever you're willing to pay for it. And that's where, it shouldn't necessarily be like, oh, I'm going to buy it no matter what the price is. Well, you got to think about whether it's worth that or not. So anyway.
And giving up money, tightening up and giving up money. Now it's just going to be tightening up because nobody can fix nobody can fix this. They just got to let it crash and burn. It's it's just how it is. It's like a crackhead. You could fucking like take an alcoholic to like AA type shit, recover and all kinds of stuff like that, have them go dry, whatever. Not a crackhead. I grew up in New York City. Crackheads, they don't stop. You can't intervention them at all. None. Those motherfuckers.
Well, that's not true. What? Oh, okay, Lou.
Do they set themselves on?
Speaking from experience here, what the fuck?
Oh, fucking catch a lung disease. There's no stopping them. That's what the market is.
What about your fucking hero, Mike Lindell?
No, that's what those motherfuckers are right now. And the catastrophe's coming. Let me tell you, I'll make you laugh. I'll tell you the full crackhead story probably in a day or two, whatever. I'm just like exhausted. But we tried to do intervention to a friend of mine who grew up. The motherfucker became a crackhead. Skinny little motherfucker. Skinny. And he was just like...
I don't care.
No joke. It was like some like...
All right. That's about all I can handle of this. He's so full of shit that, I'm going to quote Lou. You got dumb people going to college. That's all I got to say about that. I don't think there was a single fucking statement of truth in that whole video. So I'm gonna get back to GameStop and then get the hell out of here because it's getting late already. But let me just do just refresh this search here. So yeah, GameStop, great company, profitable company, good outlook. They haven't laid anybody off. They haven't closed any stores. Their workers are all happy. Their revenue's growing. Their profit margin's growing. It looks good. Looks real good. They're operating under net revenue or net profit. Not an operating loss. Brian Cohen is a man of integrity. Yeah. I don't see what's not to love here. Oh yeah, they're partnering with a great crypto brokerage, one that hasn't been involved in pump and dumps and grifter sponsorships in the past. God, this fucking guy, Pi 5 fat fuck, Uncle Bruce. Okay. Like, these grown fucking men, these like middle-aged men, retired fucking boomers that are like GameStop freaks. Like, what the hell is wrong with you? I don't get it. I thought you were supposed to be responsible with your fucking money. I mean, you're less responsible than I am, and I'm 39 years old. What the fuck is wrong with this picture? You got these guys with gray hair telling you that GameStop is going to go, oh, look, the gift that keeps on grifting. Wow, look, see how far down you had to get something that wasn't like, GameStop will suck your dick and swallow. You had to go all the way down here. That's crazy. That's my video from last night. You had to go that far. Steak time for the ape daughter and me. Yeah, watch me stuff my face with food. Oh, here you go. Watch me stuff my face with other fucking gross food. What a fat fuck. Yes, I said it. Marantz rants. This guy. See what he's got out today. All right, GameStop and Bed Bath & Beyond update from yesterday.
All right, guys. So I usually don't do these videos nighttime, like these little short ones, but I just want to attack some of this.
And Joe, if you just go into with an open mind, you'll see that, it's not just that. There's a lot of stuff. There is a lot of shit that people have not examined and looked at and thought about. So once you crack that nut and get into being skeptical about this shit, about these guys, just wait until you listen to Trey. Wait until you listen to Tweaker Trey after you have, started questioning things. Yeah, it's bad. It's real fucking bad. I mean, I can't even stand to listen to that fucking guy anymore. Trey is he is totally shit the bed. He is totally shit the bed. And he needs to really take a step. He needs to for real take a step back from this shit. Because at this point, he is not helping matters. He is making it worse for himself and the shareholders. But yeah, that's all I'm trying to get people to do is to think about it, question it, and look at it and say, does this make sense? Do I really know this, or am I just being told this? I'm sorry, I don't do well with people telling me shit that's not true, that they can't prove, they can't. Hey, how do you know that? Where'd you find that out? Well, everybody knows. Everybody knows that there's synthetics. No. That don't cut it with me. Anyway. Another one, too. Al from Boston. Whew. I mean, he's a lawyer.
FUD that's out there that they're attacking Ryan Cohen with. All right, guys. So I usually don't do these videos nighttime, like these little short ones, but I just want to attack some of this FUD that's out there that they're attacking Ryan Cohen with. So just to run it back for people who have no idea what I'm talking about.
Okay. Well, you don't know if it's FUD or not because it was a lawsuit that was filed a couple weeks ago. So if you think that a lawsuit that's active in court is FUD, then you're not acknowledging reality. Okay. It's not FUD. It is fact. There is a lawsuit that was filed. It does involve Ryan Cohen. That's not fucking FUD. Okay? Not FUD. I'm not saying the lawsuit is going to... I don't know which way it will go, but the lawsuit is fact. It has been filed. There is a lawsuit. It's not FUD. Now, maybe you think that the lawsuit is frivolous or that it's, nonsense or whatever, and that's fine. But that's still not FUD. There is a lawsuit. Okay? This guy has trouble acknowledging reality. He's a narcissist. He's so full of himself. He's fucking, oh, God.
There were 3 guys who got onto the board and joined up with Bed Bath & Beyond, okay? And that's a new CFO, new CEO, and a new COO. All these guys were in on Bed Bath & Beyond since 2019. They came in. Now, some people tell you their plant.
2020. CFO came in 2020. Factual error. Right there. Sloppy. Doesn't care. He doesn't fucking care because he knows people aren't going to check it. But see, to me, that shit matters. If you get dates wrong, what the fuck else are you making up? Fuck you. God damn.
So some people tell you like they're there to destroy the company, whether it be Gustavo, whether it be Mike Trenton, and or this new guy, Hartman, I believe his name, John Hartman. These guys, what's crazy is John Hartman used to be an FBI agent. I talked about that today on the live.
Well, you haven't heard a single fucking word I've said, Joe. If you're just going to sit there and say that, do me a favor, shut the fuck up, okay? Just listen for the rest of the stream. I don't want to see another comment from you. In fact, I'm going to guarantee it. I'm going to fucking guarantee it. Boom. Okay? You listen, okay? I don't need to... I'm not here to be convinced of anything, okay? Let's get one fucking thing straight. This is not a fucking zone of free speech. It's not. This channel is not for fucking idiots to come in here and try to argue that they're synthetic shares. Take that shit to any of the fucking channels that you can go to where people will believe that fucking bullshit, okay? Joe, I've spent time addressing your fucking comments. No, you don't know that there's synthetic shares. You can't fucking prove it. You can prove 0 synthetic shares. Okay? So, shut the fuck up, listen, and act like a fucking adult. Act like you actually fucking want to know. No, you're acting like you know everything. And I'm going to tell you right fucking now, Joe, you don't know shit. You don't fucking know shit. How's that for Morantz? Not bad, right? No, but seriously, Joe, shut the fuck up. You're done. You're done.
Like, how do you go from being an FBI?
So we're not here to argue about synthetic shares. I mean, it's just not, that is not in the fucking vocab. That is not. Hold on to that AMC, man. It sounds like you know what you're doing. You don't need me. Just hold on to it. Hold it to 0, bro. God.
Agent to getting involved with pharmaceutical cases, then you in turn get a job in the pharmaceutical world. Are you really like an undercover agent still? And then you learn about, HD and Home Depot, and then you get on over to True Value and you become their CEO, and now you're in on Bed Bath & Beyond and Bye Bye Baby, which in turn is going to make the mega company of the world between baby products, gaming, and GameStop. Nobody even knows. Like everyone, conspiracy theory 101. This shit is getting wild, all because the CFO, unfortunately, passed away on Friday. So it's a full flood campaign. It's out there, guys. You're going to hear multiple lawsuits against Ryan Cohen for pump and dump, which is not true. They're even using the bio.
How do you know it's not true? How do you fucking know it's not true? Maybe it was a fucking pump and dump. You don't want to fucking believe it. You don't want to believe it. You don't know. You don't know. It could have been. It very well could have fucking been. It's pretty goddamn convenient that the guy fucking kills himself. I don't know. I honestly don't think that Ryan Cohen is that stupid, but maybe he is. Maybe he is. After all, he is invested in GameStop. So, but, oh yeah, it's FUD. This is a guy who has no critical thinking. None. It's FUD. Don't believe it. You're going to have all this FUD. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Orders from Jake Freeman. His buy orders, they're saying that they're Ryan Cohen's buy orders. Like, they can't even get their own story straight. These lawyers have no idea what they're talking about, but nor do they care, guys. They're here to pump it out on on every message board, distort and short and distort, right? And then they're going to manipulate the whole out.
The lawyers are shorting. What are you talking about? Just throw out fucking terms, short and distort. Bumbling fucking idiot.
Via Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, they're going to do it all.
So, you might be a boomer, but you know your social media platforms. Good job, Marantz.
Don't worry. Feel good about your investment like I do.
Yeah, because you're a fucking psychopath. You're a narcissist. You probably have antisocial.
Earnings is here. Earnings is like
because you sit in this fucking room with a goddamn American flag and GameStop fucking shirts all over the place. Because that's what adults do. Yeah, they go on TikTok and make videos targeted towards fucking teenagers and people in their 20s who have put their whole life, their whole net worth into a fucking shit company. You must feel good about yourself. What a fucking weenie.
Tomorrow is 2 days away.
Wow.
So, sure, come out with the biggest, baddest news you can and make us look like we're the biggest idiots or smear campaign, whatever it may be. You're in Amazon.
But he did die on Friday. Like, that's not people coming out with stuff to distort the earnings. The lawsuit came out 2 fucking weeks ago, bro. The guy died on Friday. So what are you talking about? Well, it has to fit your fucking narrative of FUD, doesn't it? Yeah, of course. Of course it does. Yeah. Fuck.
In 1999 right about now. The dot-com bubble is about to come, and it's about to wipe out everything. And there's only one company that's going to survive. I'm telling you.
Listen to this fucking bullshit. Listen to this fucking bullshit.
You're in Amazon in 1999 right about now. The dot-com bubble is about to come, and it's about to wipe out everything. And there's only one company that's going to survive. I'm telling you, I have the hedge to it all. And it's GameStop. And
he's so full of shit. I don't even think he believes this. Look at his fucking smirk. That is to me, he knows that he's a grifter. I'm going to call this guy a fraud. It's always a question. Are they ignorant? Do they not know? Or do they know and they're saying it anyway? I think he knows. This guy's a fucking fraud. Look at him.
Come and it's about to wipe out everything.
Look at this.
And there's only one company that's going to survive. I'm telling you, I have the hedge to it all. And it's GameStop. And you guys can buy whatever you want.
He can't even look you in the fucking eye. He can't even look at the camera when he says it's GameStop. That is fucking weak. Marantz, rants. You are a weak fucking bitch. Okay? I don't use this type of language that often. In this case, I am, because you are a fucking cancer. You are toxic. You are a fucking fraud. Look at this fucking fraud. He can't even look at the camera when he tells you that he has the hedge for it. What the fuck?
Me, I'm buying GameStop, and I'm not going to let this shit set in. That's all I'm saying in this video. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing today.
Fucking
you guys enjoy Labor Day, but don't let this bullshit sit in.
Oh my God. I didn't know there were wives listening. Oh shit. I don't even worry about who might be listening or not. So yeah, sometimes. Well, anyway, Lynn said that, my language was what made her subscribe to this channel. So last year she was one of the first subscribers. So anyway,
they're trying, guys.
This
they're trying
guy,
everything. They're going to tell you that they're going to sue you. Next, they're going to tell you that it's a worthless investment.
It is.
They're going to bash you everywhere. It's just the start of.
No, correction. We're going to bash you at every chance we get. Bash you. The apes, they they're lost cause. They've been influenced by, whatever. They're fucked. Yeah, we all know that. But you, the only saving grace is he's got a small channel. He doesn't get that. This video has been out for a few days. He only got 1,500 views. He's not making that much money off of this shit. So that's good. But the misinformation, you got people walking around saying that GameStop is the hedge to the market crash. Are you fucking me? What? So, Marantz, then, when the market crashes and GameStop goes down with it, which it has already. Like, I don't even know how you can sit there and say that. The chart disproves you, okay? The chart says otherwise. But when it finally does go down more and a GameStop goes down to $10 or whatever the fuck, are you still going to say it's the hedge? Because that really would not make a lot of sense. It would make even less sense than this shit does now. Almost done with this video. Almost done with this stream. Woo!
Of it. They are fighting for their lives. We're not. We're literally just sitting back and laughing. That's it. Enjoy your night, guys. Peace.
You're not fighting for your life. You're sitting back. What? What? That's ridiculous. So that's the inspiration for, that was the inspiration for this stream. Pretty ridiculous. So let's see here. Actually, I'm just kind of curious what is out here about Ryan Cohen. I mean, unfortunately, it's going to be from all these fucking... Wow. So... Some of this stuff is older. Former SEC chair from 2 weeks ago. Did he manipulate the market? Pied Piper of meme stocks. Wow. That's interesting. Maybe I should put it in date order. So we got a small, good-looking crowd here tonight. Oh, full night of sleep, huh? Yeah, I think he does look like a retired cop too, which would make sense as to why he is basically a psychopath. You know, in all honesty, that makes a lot of sense. And that's just not just me saying that. I mean, Dr. Todd Grande would agree with me on that. I think. So, man, the GameStop people are such fucking freaks. Look at this guy. Cosmic Lightning Warrior. This guy, I mean, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? These are grown fucking men doing this shit. What in the fuck? Okay. Short squeeze channel, nope, not going to happen. Bed Bath & Beyond, a Ryan Cohen moonshot. Here's why. Reaction. The Young Investors podcast. Isn't there anybody real talking about this instead of all these children and freaks? Now we're 2 weeks ago. And Cohen was not in the photo. Okay. CNBC is mean to Ryan Cohen. Is Ryan Cohen a giant douche for what he did to Bed Bath & Beyond stock? Two stupid guys trade stocks. How Ryan Cohen pumped Bed Bath & Beyond, the family office, Barstool Finance. Is that Portnoy's Barstool organization? Ryan Cohen is getting some wrinkles on his brain. We must as well. A ton of retail smash this week. I don't know if I would put it that way. He's getting some wrinkles on his brain. I'm going to see this Barstool Finance.
People, when they're thinking in their heads, where can these crazy ass meme stocks go that make no sense? Try to make some rhyme or reason with them. They say, well, a guy who seems to know a lot about them is buying the right to buy them way higher, which makes people want to buy these goddamn things. People, when they're thinking in their heads, where can these crazy ass meme stocks go that make no sense? Try to make some rhyme or reason with them. They say, well, a guy who seems to know a lot about them is buying the right to buy them way higher, which makes people want to buy these goddamn things.
I mean, he's not wrong. He's not wrong, really. He's talking about the options with high strike prices. So he bought call options that gave him the right to buy Bed Bath & Beyond next January for $60 a share. It's trading at like $10 a share or whatever the hell it was. So this guy who is a billionaire, who is a investor in GameStop, beloved by the apes, he's buying the right to buy Bed Bath & Beyond shares at a way higher price in the future. He's a billionaire. He knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's doing, right? Yeah, that creates a bullish bias. So I've never felt good about the whole thing. The whole thing rubbed me the wrong way from the beginning. And, I mean, we've talked about it here. Antoinette and I did. We came up basically to the fact that either he's got inside information or he's pumping and dumping it. That's really all it could be. And, I mean, it could be that there was, you know, more to the investment turnaround plan that didn't get implemented. So he's like, hey, I'm out. You're not going to do everything I want to do. I don't want anything to do with it. Pretty convenient to do that right at the point where he did. Although also his filings and the sequence and the order of his filings, the dates, helped create the frenzy that allowed him to sell high. So I don't know if it was securities fraud, but it certainly doesn't look good. And I don't know about the poor fellow who jinga'd out. I don't know. It's a bizarre thing. It's a, you know, tragic thing. But it's bizarre. It's weird, and there's a lot of seeming, you know, coincidences and connections that I don't know. I think they bear closer examination. But I just have a hard time believing that Ryan Cohen would do this for $60 million. It's not that much money for him. So anyway, let's see what this guy says.
Let's hit the latest on the meme trading. Bed Bath & Beyond shares tanking right now after filings revealed Ryan Cohen has sold his entire stake in the company. This caps a dizzying stretch for the stock. Investors began piling back into Bed Bath & Beyond this month after filings revealed that Cohen had
the August resurgence of the meme stocks. Boy, that worked out.
Bought shares.
And we were sitting here saying on this channel, not going to hold. That we're not in the environment for meme stocks to go to the moon. It's not going to happen. Not going to happen. And yeah, it didn't happen. But, man, crazy thing.
They thought he was adding to his options this week, but the truth is he hasn't purchased any new securities in the company since that March buy. The confusion was because the company's buybacks increased his stake from 9.8% to 11.8%, triggering a filing this week.
See, and that's another thing, too. The buybacks, that was all strategic. That was all strategic. I forgot about that. Oh, shit. Like, that's very, oh, man.
Joining us.
I mean, nothing's going to happen. Let's be honest. He's a fucking billionaire. Nothing's going to happen. $60 million. Nothing's going to happen, even if he did.
Former SEC Chair Harvey Pett. He is currently CEO of Kalorama Partners. Harvey, is there a case for the SEC to look into here?
Oh, I definitely think so. I think there's a real question about whether there was an intent here to use the meme provisions that he has made so famous and benefit as a result of selling shares when people thought he was buying.
In other words, market manipulation?
That's crazy. Okay. Like the fact that you could make it look like you're buying shares when you're actually selling shares. That's some shady fucking shit. That is some shameful shit. That's the kind of shit that motherfuckers like Ryan Cohen can do. It absolutely is. It absolutely is. And that's like not that far off in concept from when retail investors in general think the market is going to go down. Like there's news or catalysts or whatever. They, oh, tomorrow's going to be a down day. And it fucking shoots up. And just keeps going up. It's not that far off, really, from that shit. The difference here is we're talking about like one dude market. We're talking about much more complicated, diverse thing. But in concept, like everybody thought it was going to go up. It could only go up, and then it went down. It's crazy. Like those opposite things. I hate it.
But is that what they'd be looking into?
It's part of the game, I guess.
I think they would look into market manipulation. I think they might look into general fraud provisions as well. The difficulty with market manipulation is they have to prove intent. So there would be an investigation to see exactly what his internal emails and discussions showed. But in my view, this is definitely a case for governmental review.
How does this sort of thing happen? It feels like the Wild West, and this is not a new phenomenon, meme trading. We dealt with it last year.
It's a phenomenon that was built on Ryan Cohen's success at taking certain securities and turning them into winners and being followed. Gamestop was a good example of that. So having developed this reputation, he in effect gets the benefit when people see that he is now into it, and he's using his bulletin boards to basically tout what his investments are. And that's the kind of thing that creates a form of reliance on the part of unsuspecting investors.
Beyond, though, the Ryan Cohen suspicions that you have here and the question marks that the SEC has to look into, it goes well beyond that. AMC, some of these other stocks as well. GameStop, obviously, there's a Cohen connection there. But do you expect to see enforcement action from the SEC to prevent these sort of things from happening?
I think there's a likelihood that there'll be some enforcement action, but I also think it's possible that the SEC will consider rulemaking. The problem you have is that for some people, this looks like it's a game, and it looks like it's a way for them to pad their own earnings by getting unsuspecting investors to follow along with them.
You're talking about for the companies?
No, for the pumpers.
Sorry?
You're talking about for the companies? Would the companies have the blame here?
I think that the blame is really on people who are using social media and others to tout their investments, to obtain a following on the part of unsuspecting investors, and then have the rug pulled out from under them by simply dumping their securities. With respect to the companies themselves, I think Bed Bath & Beyond had made it quite clear that it was in dire straits. So it was only Ryan Cohen's efforts that actually started a market movement in favor of Bed Bath & Beyond.
But that's not illegal, is it?
it's going to be hard to show that it's illegal. Social media is being used. We have the First Amendment, which is a serious issue. But what is illegal is when people publicize their stock transactions and their likes and dislikes for the purpose of getting others to follow suit. That is illegal.
And let's...
Got it. Harvey, this is one's to be continued. Thanks for joining us with some perspective here.
And let's be honest about it. If all those people who already were believers in Ryan Cohen from GameStop and yada, 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 if they hadn't followed him into Bed Bath & Beyond, nobody was talking about Bed Bath & Beyond at the end of last year, really. They were talking about AMC, they were talking about GameStop, pretty much, in terms of meme stocks, the mass of crowds. Without those people buying in, he wouldn't have been able to sell where he sold. So, he belongs in jail. Fuck it. Anyway, I'm just kidding. But, I mean, probably does at least bear examination, because, and I, who knows. For that matter, how is that any different from what Keith Gill did with GameStop originally? Without the mass of people buying into GameStop, Keith Gill wouldn't have been able to sell at the top and profit massively either. So, this is the other side of the argument of noise of these grifters living in those upper and lower wicks of the candles, because it's starting to get a little ridiculous, in my opinion. Like, I don't think this is what this. I don't want to speak for every. I don't think this is the kind of market that we really want to have. I don't think it is, where these rogue, basically rogue assholes with a lot of money can come in and create this FOMO type of atmosphere where people YOLO their life savings, their kids' college. They take out, loans against their house and car, whatever. They sell, items that they probably shouldn't sell or whatever, so that they can follow these people into the trades and then ultimately get rug pulled, and that's going to be okay. I don't think that's really okay. So it'll be interesting to see what happens. I don't think anything probably will happen, but I don't think that's the kind of market. I don't think that's the precedent we really want to set. It's nothing new though either. I mean, there've always been this old guy said bulletin boards. I mean, yeah. I remember BBSs, bulletin boards, dial-up BBSs, and I'm sure that there were people talking about stocks on those too. Or another one they like to say, chat room. They talk about it in the chat room. Well, not really a chat room. It's more of a forum, really. Reddit is, but you also have YouTube and whatever else. So, social media. The best thing is if people just don't allow themselves to be influenced by it. Use some common sense, think about it, question everything, like to a fault. Question every aspect of it, and demand proof, demand evidence, be evidence-based. That is what has advanced our society and our species, is evidence-based thinking. So, I don't see how anybody could expect to get rich without it. Anyway, have a good night, guys. Model 3 Dude and Lynn, you guys are troopers for being here. Damn. I appreciate you guys a lot. So thank you very much. And thank you to the Model 3 dude, Model 3 wife. Is that what we call her? Model 3 wife. And of course, Lynn. It's good to have you back and in good health. So, God, what is